right, you're listening to the Purple City Podcast. I have today with me in the studio a good friend of mine, Brent Schaffner.
Hello.
Hello,
Thanks
how's it
for
going?
having me on.
Oh, no
not
problem.
too
You're my
bad.
first guest after a little bit of the changes in the podcast. This was originally a movie slash pop culture sort of discussion thing going on, but yeah, that was changed pretty quickly as a lot of people would have a hard time talking about that or staying on topic for a whole podcast. I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people have a lot better stories they'd like to tell or something. Which, we did have originally a guest plan today to tell us some great stories involving his grandmother and some issues involving her.
Oh,
But unfortunately, he was canceled, so possibly in the future, we will have him on. His name is Brandon Negrich. He's funny guy. So today I was thinking we might do a little bit of a folk fest prep podcast so we can, talk about some of the things we need, possibly listen back onto it as like sort of a referencing list for
alright.
shit we need. Like, okay, like number one thing, I'll just start off with the obvious. A little bit of a backstory of what Folk Fest is. It's a Winnipeg folk festival. It is a few days of camping and music, where a lot of crazy things can happen at Folk Fest. I've only gone once personally. I know you have been a couple times.
Oh yeah, this will be my third year. I cannot wait.
It's like it feels like home Folk Fest when I was there.
Just
I
the
felt
bare
so right.
feet in the grass with
Oh.
nature.
At least this year, there's one thing I'm going to need. I need to bring my flip flops.
Oh, I brought flip flops last year. I made sure I bought a pair just for Folk Fest last year.
The second I saw you with flip flops, I was like, no, shit. That's the one thing I really
Oh,
forgot.
Yeah, I was not wearing socks.
Yeah, because I walked around basically barefoot the entire, 5 days?
I think it was 4 days with the camp. No, 4 days of
It's-
music.
Yeah, 4 days of
5
music,
days of the camping.
5 days of camping.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
5 nights, I guess.
Yeah, well, you do come earlier in the day. Like, usually you want to show up around, what time did we leave last year? 6 o'clock?
The gates open at, I think they open at 7 or 6 or 7, I forget. But we left 15 minutes before because we wanted to get there just for the opening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that line was still huge. We had a 2-hour wait still. Oh, yeah.
It was a long wait to get, since I was in the passenger seat, I was able to pregame a little bit for Folk Fest, have a couple beers on the ride. No
Oh,
one
yeah.
seemed to care. Security looked at me. Everyone just likes to make sure that everyone's having a good,
Oh, yeah.
safe time at Folk
Well,
Fest.
remember the woman that was, this could have been the year before, but there's a car pulled right into the side where the vehicles were moving past to get to the parking area. There was a woman. She hopped out of her car. She started going to the washroom right there in the center of everything. Were you there for that, or was that a different year? I think that was the first year.
Yeah, that must have been the first year. That was
Oh,
something I would remember.
It was funny. We were. Oh.
That's a great introduction to Folk Fest. It's like, wow, look at that. I'm home now.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, we were just waiting there, look to our left. Oh, wow, what?
Yeah, my sort of introduction like that is also in the car lineup. I got out of the car and I kind of looked around, and first thing I see is a guy in a tie-dye shirt laying on top of his vehicle, like staring at the sky, just playing a song on his guitar, and I'm like, wow, this is gonna be a fun 5 days.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Another thing I need to remember to bring next year, I'm not going to fuck this up this time. I need to bring 4 packs of cigarettes.
4 packs, you don't want a longboard again?
No, I'm not going down that road again. Oh, no, I do not need any more Folk Fest scars. Yeah, last year I ran out first 2 packs, first 2 days. I thought 2
Yeah.
packs would be enough. I'm not that heavy of a smoker. No, when you're outdoors that long and the amount of people who were buying cigarettes off me,
Oh, well, yeah.
I had a almost full 2.6 of Jägermeister traded to me for a single smoke, which I then felt a little bit bad about it later and told her, like, you can have this back. I feel really bad, but then I don't know. I spent about a good minute looking at her with that Jägermeister next to her, and I kind of missed it, like just knowing that it was mine. So then I said, well, I would you trade me that back for another cigarette? Yeah, she did.
Yeah, there was a couple bottles that like our group got last year.
Yeah, I got a nice bottle from Negi too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the guest who was supposed to be on today with us. He offered me one for a little bit, and I don't know. I just somehow ended up with a 3/4 bottle of vodka from him too.
Yeah,
Ended up bringing it all home.
Yeah, didn't you come home with more liquor than
Yeah,
going there?
Yeah, my mom's like, "Wow, you left with a lot of liquor, like 2 bottles, and then came back with about 4." They all had some missing, but I had more bottles than I left with for sure. Oh man, what other thing? I also have these nice little cool towel things. I'm not exactly too sure what they are. I got them for Christmas as a gift for Folk Fest.
Oh, is it just this like little string thing?
No, it's kind of looks like a long wet blue towel. Apparently, you just wrap it around your head. Like you wet it and you wrap it
Like,
around
how
your
big
head,
is
but
it?
it stays cool and it's
How big is
supposed to.
it?
I'm not sure. I got like a whole big tube of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I got something for Christmas too, because we were gonna go to Jamaica.
Mhm.
So my dad got us this as like a little stocking stuffer.
Mhm.
It's a headband, but it's got these beads in them that stay like wet and cool.
Mhm.
So like yeah, you just wet it, and it's supposed to stay there for like hours on end, just cool.
That might be the same thing that I got
Yeah,
too,
that's why I
but
was
like a different brand possibly.
yeah, that's why I was asking like what it was like and
Yeah, I haven't really
wait
examined
to
it.
use it.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring it to Jamaica.
Well, yeah, last year like that's perfect for you especially. I remember you all the time having like a soaking wet t-shirt wrapped around your head or like wrapped around your neck and shoulders
Oh,
because
yeah.
it was ridiculously
That was one
hot
of the
last year.
hottest. That was twice as hot as the year before. Well,
What was it? It had to have
felt
been 38 degrees
it was
every day.
steady 30s and sunny.
Baking in the sun. Just
Oh,
baking
I'm so
in the
happy
sun.
we had that large tent fly that like we can actually sit in to protect us.
Oh.
How nice was that?
Oh,
Yeah.
even if no one was in there, I would go to the tent, sit down, and just be like, oh, and kind of like lean back and just exotically feel the breeze against my skin because it it was so
I think
perfect.
that's why I didn't get sunburned last year, is because I was usually under the mesh. Well, that and
I'm
the
shocked
spritzer.
I didn't get sunburnt last year.
Think about it. We had the spritzer too. I think Keith
The Mister.
The Mister, yes, that's what it's called. I forgot. But oh, God, I'm bringing my own this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not a huge fan of the Mister. I like to be teased with it a little bit, get it in, but I'm not a fan of just soaking myself in water. Like I hate walking around in wet clothes.
Oh,
I fucking can't stand
That's
it.
why I wore shorts and had a wet. My shirt was never on my body if it was hot out. It was always on my head.
Yeah, Folkfest is a place like
You
I'm
do
not
not wear
someone I'm
shirts.
not someone who walks around shirtless normally because I'm not the most in shape. But
Well, yeah.
at Folkfest, man, I was quite a bit. I was walking around shirtless. I didn't give a fuck. It just felt right.
Yeah, well, you kind of got to. You feel all closer to nature almost. The more like you feel more natural in a way almost.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Wow. What I'm gonna definitely need to bring some smarter food. I'm not bringing any more freaking munchies. Last year,
Munchies?
my
Oh,
munchies got eaten by
cannot,
everybody
Like,
else.
do not bring like maybe a bag of chips or something.
I'll bring
like
some
that.
Chicago mix, but that is mine.
yeah.
That is hidden
You
in the
have
corner
to.
of my tent.
Like bring a bowl for that too. So when you pull it out and there's like a group of people, you only have a bowl and you can say,
a
"Oh, I'm sorry,
bowl.
I only brought like this much."
Yes, that is a perfect idea. Bring
Yeah.
a bowl. Write that one down. Definitely gonna have to stock up. Yeah, again at the LC, you saw something perfect for me. I'm gonna get probably a big, like not the 40,
The
the
bigger
size above a 40. Whether those are 60s or
Yeah,
something.
60s. Yeah, those are 60s, I think.
I'm gonna have to grab a 60 of Polar Ice because it comes in that plastic ball. They
Oh,
don't even
that's
allow
right.
glass at Folk Fest. Somehow
Yeah.
I snuck some into last year, but they don't really
Well,
check you
Yeah,
hardcore.
they don't check your stuff. It's just so like if anything breaks, you don't have like a bunch of glass in the ground.
Yeah, and you
Because,
can be
well,
held
yeah.
responsible for it then
Oh,
too
yeah, well,
because it
also-
says it's on like on the website all the rules and
Yeah, and
whatnot.
think of all the people who walk around like barefoot and stuff. That would just ruin my
Oh.
folk fest. Getting like a piece of glass in your foot would ruin my folk fest. Like
Stepping
I would
on
not be
shit.
able to handle
That is why I was getting so pissed off at people, especially some of the girls that were hanging around your tents. When I was finding cigarette butts around my tent,
Grace and Ryan.
yeah, Grace and Ryan, man, I would. I wasn't. I was trying not to say names, but it looks like fuck it, we're saying names on here now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just
Yeah, I was stepping in her, especially Ryan's cigarettes. Where cause I was always barefoot and I'd have like a little cigarette button between my toes. I would freak out. Who's throwing out these
Oh.
cigarette butts on here?
they gave
They
the
give us-
ashtrays.
They give us pocket ashtrays for a reason.
That actually makes me kind of mad because that's the whole reason they spend so much money probably on that shit.
That was the first time I have ever heard of a pocket ashtray or even seen one. They started
Oh,
handing them out for
I
free.
love that idea.
I think the government should be handing those out to every smoker.
I think
Like you should mandatorily have those on you.
Oh well, yeah. I think like convenience stores and stuff like that. If they sell cigarettes, they should probably sell these ashtrays too. Like imagine.
No.
like, you
They
just
should give them
charge $1.
free with the pack.
I don't think they would do that. They'd have.
They have to.
They would
It-
raise the price of cigarettes then.
No, but those Folkfest ashtrays are made by an actual company
Mm-hmm.
that it's
Yeah.
like all volunteer or something, or they're like all free, whatnot. Like they don't take money. Cause
Yeah, well, they're donated product. Yeah, I guess they might.
yeah,
do that.
they're all about it saving the environment. Those
Mhm.
things are the
whole,
best
yeah,
idea.
The whole thing is just to like protect the environment and make sure you don't get cigarettes between your toes.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what a pocket ashtray is, basically they're handing out two types of ones. There was one that was kind of like a little tin case, almost like one of those mint cases where there's a little ridge on the top, and you kind of have to like slide your finger on it to open it. Kind of like it just slides out and pops out, and then you got a little square like for your mints there. I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but then you could toss your button there and just close it up. You don't even.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
almost
even
like
supposed.
an Altoids container.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not even supposed to put your cigarettes out. You just put it in there lit, and it puts it out for you by cutting off all the oxygen.
Oh,
Or there's
yeah.
another one that's like a little pouch that you just like open up the little lid, put it in, close the pouch, put it back in your pocket. It might be a little warm, but that's it. There's no scared feeling of like it lighting on fire or anything.
Oh yeah, and they hold a lot too.
Yeah, when I brought those home and showed my parents who are also smokers, they were like, "What? I've never. This is the best idea
Oh,
ever."
yeah.
Like they were
Keeps it so clean.
amazed by it.
I like the pouches better than the.
Oh, easily,
plastic
because
ones?
the plastic ones get all, or the tin ones, they get all
Yeah.
like dirty and kind of stink and shit.
Well, it's more than that. Those ones only hold like 5 butts or something.
Yeah,
Pouches actually hold a decent amount.
yeah. Like you're already. Oh man.
You have to dump it out a couple times.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely going to need to bring some more. So I'm gonna bring a lot of blankets again. That was a really great idea on my
I-
part.
Did not bring almost any blankets.
I brought a bunch of shit blankets that I have in my house. Like, if my parents are like trying to throw out blankets because I still live with my family, I'm like, no. Like, I'll take whatever they're throwing out now. I'm like basically stocking myself up for when I move out, so I'm like set for everything in my house. But I would take all their shit blankets to Folkfest. Even like the one I brought to Folkfest the last year was originally a shit blanket, the one with all the flowers and it was like super bright and pink.
I don't remember that one.
That was the one where I was walking around like some of the days of the pretty much half of Folkfest.
Okay.
I was
that,
walking
like, at
around with
night
that
Mostly?
Mostly at
Okay,
night
yeah,
when the
I remember
partying
that
really
one then.
started, and I really just felt like I needed to grip something. I would
Just
walk
need to
around
be
with like
nice and warm in a towel.
yeah, I'd walk around with my blanket and just. I remember getting a couple comments like people would be like, "Oh, nice blanket," but like clearly they're making fun of me because it's a girl blanket, so clear. It's all pink and like yellow and like lime green, but it's all flower power and shit. I would just wrap it around me. I'd feel so good, and I like this first night especially because at Folkfest, if you plan on sleeping, you better be a fucking heavy sleeper. Because all night there's going to be a drum circle going on down on Pope's Hill, where it's about what I've seen from like 3 to 8 people the year I was there, all at once with bongos or whatever types of drums.
Yeah, like especially the first night. That's when they start.
Yeah, the first night is when
entire
I
night
brought my
they're going.
blanket there and I started to do some Indian circle dancing, and it just felt so right. It felt
Oh, yeah.
so right.
Well, apparently, this year, a couple people, like some of Chanel's friends, like her friend and her boyfriend, he brings drums every year at the Folk Fest, apparently. And
Okay.
he taught her how to drum and stuff, so apparently they're going to be drumming away at Folk Fest.
Okay. And
Yeah.
for all your listeners out there, Chanel is Brent's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Just trying to get a little bit of mass confusion because a lot of the names being popped up.
Oh, sorry.
A lot of people aren't going to know unless, well, actually, you know what? Likely a lot of the people are going to be people we know.
Exactly.
At first, anyways,
At
unless
first,
unless the word somehow gets spread. Tell your friends, people.
yeah.
Purple City Podcast. Oh, quick little backstory on this while we're here. Purple City. Some people may be confused by the title, like thinking, well, what is Purple City all about? Well, here's a little story of Purple City. I have a close friend. His name is Brock Peters. This guy I was hanging out at his place, and he was, he likes his good rap music. He's the one who shows me a lot of it, gets me into it. This guy's playing this song. It's just called, I can't remember the chorus anyways, and the title of the song was like Purple City Bird Gang. And I'm like, wow, this it just seems so catchy at the time, hearing Purple City Bird Gang, Purple City Bird Gang, and it just kind of stuck in my head. And then somehow I was like, Purple City Podcast, and it just sounded so cool. Came to work because me and Brent here, we also work together at a little paint store called Sherwin-Williams. Came into work to grab some coffee on my way before school. Kind of mentioned this to you, and you said, "Oh yeah, Purple City, like at the legislative building."
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Winnipeg when you first said that.
I had no idea. To tell the audience about what exactly Purple City is.
Well, there's certain lights around the city, apparently. I only knew about the legislative building, but like our manager at Sherwin said some other places too have these.
Mm-hmm.
But there were like heavy duty lights that if you stare into for a couple minutes, or like not really, you don't want to be looking at it for too long because probably kills your eyes. But yeah, you look at it and then it gives you a purplish tint when you look away.
So then the world sort of becomes like a purple city. Oh yeah.
So yeah, you were just roaming in the Purple City after that.
So when you said that, I just like blew up in my mind, like, oh my god, these are the fates lining up together. I'm at Brock's, I hear this Purple City Bird Gang. I'm like, oh, Purple City Podcast kind of sounds cool. And then you're there telling me Purple City is actually a freaking name for Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Just perfect thing. And the best part about this audience, PCP.
Yeah, it's a very catchy name.
It stands like the letter, acronym, whatever you would call that thing.
Yeah.
PCP. It's just, oh, fuck yes.
It just works so good.
Yeah. What else do I need for Folk Fest? Are you still planning on making any homemade tie-dye shirts?
I would like to, but I don't know yet. It takes it took a couple days, almost a week, the first time I made them.
Really?
To dry, because well, you leave them out so they dry like by himself, all wrapped up.
Yeah.
And then but after that you also have to wash them a certain way, or at least we did, because apparently it holds the color better and they don't fade. Like my shirts, they haven't really faded at all, and I've had them for almost 3 years now.
Wait, you have some that are homemade?
All my tie-dye shirts are homemade.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Those are nice tie-dye shirts. I always assumed those were bought tie-dye shirts.
Oh, no. Why would I buy... First year I went to Folk Fest, I had 5 tie-dye shirts, one for each day, that I made myself. Isn't that...
I'm guilty of that as well, though, planning out my Folk Fest shirts last year.
I didn't plan it out.
Oh, you didn't plan it out.
I made them, and then later I was just looking, I'm like, wow, I got 5 tie-dye shirts. There's 5 days in Folk Fest.
Yeah, last year I planned out mine. I was looking at my shirts, and I'm like, which are the most psychedelic possible shirts I can wear? I got my watermelon tie-dye, I got my Doors t-shirt. What else? I'm pretty sure I brought 2 Doors t-shirts, because, it's the Doors. You got to fucking represent Jim, man. I definitely had my Grateful Dead t-shirt, which I wore my first day. got a lot of comments on Grateful Dead. I don't know, everywhere I go, if I have a Grateful Dead shirt, well, not everywhere, but places where like you're gonna find a lot of
Deadheads.
degenerates and deadheads, you know. Those people, like they always comment, especially like last concert we went to, Unknown Motor Orchestra. When I went outside to have a cigarette on the way, there's a group of 3 people. They're like, Grateful Dead! They're talking about my shirt. Like, oh yeah, the teddy bear symbol representing Jerry. And then before Ryan Mayoni too, he was coming up to us. He mentioned my Grateful Dead T-shirt, which then led to him showing me some cover songs that this band was doing of Grateful Dead Shakedown Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
The band was a bit misleading, but it wasn't the worst show.
Yeah. Do not class yourself as a psychedelic rock band if you're gonna go out and play a bunch of pop music that is some like Virgin Radio type type just
They
garbage.
could have added a couple more lyrics than.
Yeah, and then Ryan was trying to tell me like the album's about like some open marriage, 3-way marriage this guy's got going. It's
See, that sounds sick, but
yeah,
you
but
know,
they definitely did not project that at all onto the audience. They seemed like almost like a One Direction type band, but with a lot of
Almost, yeah.
edge on them. Like they're a lot of rock and roll, but you know that kind of vibe.
yeah,
I was
they were
getting
like a
from them.
softer band.
I was getting a boy band vibe from them, but yet they have the like most trippy artwork. I was so close to buying a poster of theirs. If it was $20 and they were an incredible band, I would have bought one.
Oh well, $20 is such a good price for a T-shirt.
No.
band
I'm
shirt?
talking about posters. Did I say T-shirt?
Oh no, yeah, you said posters. For some reason, I started thinking T-shirts.
I don't know. Okay, well either way, yeah, they're.
Wait, you might have said T-shirt this second. I don't know.
I don't know anymore.
Who cares?
Whatever. We've gone too far. So what have we got so far? We got for food, yeah, especially. I'm not gonna bring any more. Going back to the food, I'm not gonna bring any hot dogs again because
Well,
last
if we
year.
have a fire pit, it's kind of worth it. Are
But
you bringing a cooler? Because this year I might actually buy ice.
I don't think I'm bringing a cooler. I'm gonna go all dry food. I don't need that
That's
hassle.
a bad choice.
Because I'm worried about being so far from everybody where like my tent is basically just gonna be a sleeping tent. Like I'm gonna just roam Folk Fest. Like that's just like from how it sounds, like how everyone else I know is planning it this year, like how everyone wants to kind of be hidden and shit.
Well, yeah.
Which is like it's good reason. I do not blame everybody.
Oh yeah.
But like for me that just means like cuz I'm usually the kind of guy that roams around. I'm by myself all the time. So I just kind of join shit. But fucking yeah, so I'm probably just got my own tent hidden off somewhere or like wherever the fuck I can put it.
Yeah. Well, you kind of want to remember. You want to get like close to the trees or in the trees.
I kind of want to
If you
get on
don't
the
have the shade. If you don't have shade, it's impossible to sleep.
Well, that's
during
why I
the day.
kind of want to get on the west side of the trees so that like I can be behind the tree line in the
Yeah.
shade when the sun rises cuz that was my biggest issue last year was fucking waking up at like 2 in the afternoon
2
just
in the afternoon.
covered in sweat. Covered in sweat, and you can't even breathe, you can't sleep anymore.
I
Like
could not sleep past 10 or 11, and I'd have to take a nap in the evening, just cause any time between there, it was just too hot in the tent. I couldn't stand it. I don't know how like you or Brock actually slept in the tents.
well, half of my sleeping was also done sitting up in a chair in the screen mesh part of yours and Brock's tent.
Yeah.
You guys would go out for like a little trip together. You guys would go like go searching, go on the night. Brock would be like, Jonah, just hold it down, hold the tent down. I'd sit down there and I'd be like, okay. I'd only be allowed to let Brandon in. I'd be like, okay, Brandon, come on in. Brandon would sit in there with me, and then I'd see people I like T Brown, who was my first time meeting him at Bugfest. I meet T Brown. I'm like, okay, I really like this guy. He's funny, singing some Sublime songs. See him, but like me being such a nice guy, I don't wanna let down Brock. But I don't want to tell T Brown he can't come in either. But I am kind of in charge of like the front half of the screen meshed in tent while you guys are absent. So I'm sitting there going, okay, T Brown, well, okay, this is what's gonna happen. You could put your legs in the tent, but the rest of you's got to be on the outside of the tent. And this guy didn't give a fuck. He just put his fucking legs in there and then closed the zipper down to his legs and just like halfway sat in there. And then I would just wake up like the next day like, oh god, like everyone's gone sleeping. Nick Cahooch is like, yeah man, I was like came and sat here with you for like about an hour at 10 o'clock. You didn't really wake up or anything, but I sat next to you. I'm like, okay, all right then.
Jeez. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, fuck. I definitely gotta bring some towel, shampoo for the cold showers there, some conditioner. Always gotta condition that hair.
Yeah.
Definitely want to get a haircut before. Last year my hair was way too long, and because like you're not really getting a proper shower there, my fucking hair just probably looked like shit. Like just all messy because of the wind drying it, and like, I like to have that messy look, but it's a messy, proper type fucking.
Yeah, there's got to be some order to it.
It's gotta be some more. It's gotta look like I don't care, but it looks all decent enough to be like, all right. Not all over the place.
You don't care just enough to care. That's what it's got to look like.
Exactly. You put it right. You laid it right down there. That's exactly how it is. You gotta bring. The usual. You gotta bring a tent.
Yeah.
You gotta bring a tent to put those blankets in. Then I'm planning on bringing. I'm for sure bringing
Are
pillows.
you bringing a mattress?
No.
I would bring it.
No. My pile of like blankets is way better than a fucking mattress to me.
I have this one that you just lay down, automatically fills up, and it just inflates by itself.
Oh, so it's kind of like a raft type thing.
Almost.
Sort of?
It's not that big. It's about this. It's about 2 inches thick when it's fully inflated, and it's only made for like one person. Really, it's not that big. It's actually pretty nice to sleep on. It was better than sleeping on the ground.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be a little bit in for a surprise this year using this tent, because I am gonna be on the ground. Last year, technically, since the gentleman I went to Folkfest with, that I was camping with, he actually had some kind of rubber thing about like 2 inches thick almost underneath the tent that the tent was set on top of.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I left the tent behind. That was the only thing I was told to bring back. I took that with me back.
Oh, that's why the tent was taken down.
Yeah, the tent was taken down because I had to get that from underneath it because all the hooks were in between like the holes of this thing so that it all stayed in one place.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, I had to completely rip that tent out.
Did you give it back to him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
No, he wanted that back, and like, yeah, this was before we got into like our fight.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
but
I
still.
just, I let it dry in my backyard because it was soaking wet. It was after that huge rainstorm, which fucking canceled Wilco.
Yeah,
I missed
the
Wilco.
That was one of the only shows I really wanted to go see because of all the people hyping it up.
Really? Yeah, Wilco was the band I was second most excited for because I discovered them very early before Folkfest.
Okay.
And same with Edward Sharpe, which was probably the most incredible show I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
The way he handled that, the singer was so unbelievable because there's the absence of the women in the band because it used to be like a 12, 13 piece band, which then he cut down. A lot of the people left the band and all the girls left. And so for the songs that especially needed a woman's voice, he would just jump down into the crowd, hand the microphone to some girl, and every time he did it, like, I don't know if it was some kind of like human whispering thing he had in him. The voices that the girls had were just beautiful. Like, they sounded, you wouldn't even know the women in the band were missing. They sounded that good. Like, on point with the songs, man. Because I know a lot of I love Edward Sharpe. I know their songs. That they're fucking 40 times better live than they are in the studio. 40 times better.
That's most, good bands.
I have to disagree with that sometimes.
Yeah?
Well, just based on my personal experience.
Well, I'm talking, good bands. They mostly know how to perform.
Big Sugar
was incredible. That was my favorite show.
The acoustic show, discovering them through the acoustic show. I only knew their hits, Digging a Hole, Dear Mr. Fantasy, which is a cover of a Traffic song.
Yeah.
those songs, they're really good. But holy fuck, do they suck now that I've heard Big Sugar live. It
was just so good, especially the acoustic. I think the acoustic show was the best one we went to. It could have been that we were right in the front, but
dead center front row, literally staring up at our 12s to watch these people. Like,
it was so good though.
We also waited for like almost 5 hours in line just to like make sure we get dead center. Then turns out like the next people in line show up around 50 minutes before the show.
Yeah.
Just stand next to me. He's like, "You guys been here a while?" I'm like, "Yeah, we ordered a pizza." We had a long wait for this show.
Yeah, but hey, it was worth it.
Totally worth it. We got to hear the whole sound check even. Letting them hear practice Let It Ride. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Big Sugar, man. They should play Folk Fest. The acoustical Big Sugar.
Acoustic would be so good at Folk Fest.
Oh my god.
Especially Mr. Friendly walks out with the
little
smoke what are those?
Oh, what are they? They're like some kind of sort of church incense. Like it's like those huge ball and chain with just smoke and shit burning inside of it as he swings it coming out. That set the mood for the show instantly. Everyone was sitting there going, oh, what's gonna happen? But of course, Connor. I thought it kind of stunk. Give me a headache.
What? Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, he complained hardcore about that. I'm like, dude, that was what set up the show.
Parts.
Fuck.
Such a good intro. Oh, every band should do that. No. That would ruin it.
Yeah, Big Sugar can only do that.
It's just because
I've never even heard of that. I've never heard of that happening.
Oh yeah.
Like Alice Cooper, I could see doing that, but even then, I don't know if he's done it. All he does is hang himself and put himself in the guillotine, fucking get his head cut off and shit during the show. Oh yeah, at the end he has them fucking put him on the guillotine. They like drag him up there. At least this is like old 70s footage I was watching, which is kind of fucking scary.
Yeah,
intense as hell, man. Imagine being at that show back in like the 70s.
That'd be fun.
And you're just watching this fucking guy get hung on stage, or like a bunch of almost KKK looking people in cloaks and masks and shit. They're dragging him, man. There's like some fucking guy chanting when they're all have like swords and like satanic shit going on. They just kill Alice at the end. Like seeing that then is just like, oh my god. You've never seen nothing like that.
Oh yeah.
It's like Jimi Hendrix lighting his guitar on fire.
Artists and performers, they do not have as much show as like for a while, like at concerts there wasn't really a lot of performance. Like it wasn't all about show, and then a couple bands started bringing in the performance aspect about it.
Yeah.
It became a big thing, but it seems like it's starting to die down a bit more.
Which people need to bring back.
Well,
no.
I want to see.
No, I'm gonna disagree because a lot of the pop acts, man, are all performance now.
Well, it's because what else are they going to do other than dance while they sing?
Yeah.
They don't play instruments. Come on.
Yeah, I saw Celine Dion. That was probably one of my first concerts, and I was forced to go on to that because my parents won 4 free tickets the day of the concert. Super quick reaction. You have to take your children.
Yeah.
I mean, I did get to see Dane Cook do the opening. That was kind of made it worth it.
Dane Cook? Isn't he a comedian?
Yeah. He did the opening, dude. He was did stand up before the show.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah, like he was funny. He was funny. Yeah, me and my dad were laughing our asses off.
Yeah, he's a pretty funny guy.
I don't like him now as much as I used to, but I used to love Dane Cook. But yeah, then Celine Dion. Look, I don't like her music, man. It's just because she's a great singer. She's an amazing singer. I'm not gonna lie. It's just not my type of music. I'm a little more. I like my actual rocky shit,
Like the instruments.
I need instruments, man. But she put on one of the most incredible shows. Like, honestly, dancers, entire performances, explosions, a lot of pyrotechnics, just crazy stuff.
That's like Justin Timberlake when I saw him with in elementary school with all those people, my brother's friends and
This is news to me.
You didn't know I went with Madison Timms.
Whoa.
Yeah, Madison Timms.
No.
Justin Timberlake. I went with them. My brother's friends, the Pansiers and stuff.
Back.
Oh yeah. we took one of those limo SUVs.
Really?
Yeah, 2 at 2.
Oh shit.
I'm pretty sure it's Madison's family that organized the whole thing. They're the ones who got rented the limo and everything.
Wow.
We were in a box too.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually it was an impressive performance because it was the full MTS Center, like a stage that went 360. So you saw like all the dancers going around and.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
this
was
was a
like a-
360 stage too. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for Celine Dion.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was the only time I've ever seen a 360 show.
Well, yeah, at the MTS Center.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen any other 360 shows.
Well, you can't really do it if you have a band and they have like a back.
Well, I
'Cause
know.
you don't want people facing.
Well, I
the
know
back of the
U2
band.
is famous for their 360 tour. They have like some fucking
They had
massive spider thing, and they're
crazy-
at the stadium. They kind of like
Oh yeah, that was at the baseball stadium even.
yeah. What? No, I'm pretty sure it was at.
I'm fairly certain it was at.
I'm not gonna doubt you. I don't know. I don't know. For
I don't
sure.
know. Like, what's that place called again? The baseball.
No, dude, I'm
stadium?
pretty sure it was at the football stadium.
You think
The
so?
baseball stadium's way too fucking small for U2. U2 is a massive band, even though
know.
I'm not a huge fan of them.
They're not bad. They don't. Yeah.
I've had some recent mind changes for U2, but you know that's caused of some things.
Yeah.
Caused that for me, but fuck. I'm pretty sure David Bowie started the 360 thing.
Did he?
I think so. He was
Bowie was
one of
so
he
revolutionary.
was one of the first guys to really like make it all about the show. Like he made himself a fucking character multiple times. He was different characters. First he starts off as like, you know, just weird looking David Bowie, man, in like 1960, it was his 1960 I'm going to say fucking 8. No, it was 1967 for like his first album, but he was like, yeah, he just looked really weird. He just looked normal, folky. Then he kind of went to like, you know, he kind of went to that spaced out hippie look with
Yeah,
the
like the
curly
glam
hair.
phase.
No, this is before. This is like the
Before
space.
glam
This is the
phase.
Space Oddity album, 1969. He kind of went.
Okay.
He kind of did like, you know, he just looked hippie. And then after that, it went to the Man Who Sold the World album, which is when he started to start wearing dresses. And like the cover, he's literally looks like, I thought he was a girl until someone told me that was actually David Bowie. I was like, wow, that's fucking David Bowie.
Well, yeah.
Looks like a girl, man. He's dressed in a full women's dress, like laying down on a thing. Then he goes to Hunky Dory, which he goes full out girl. This is where I thought he looks like Wendy from fucking Wendy's, man. Like he's standing on the cover. Yeah, no. He just looks so weird. I can't explain it, but he's just like got there with like his hair slicked back in his hands and his hair like looking up. Looks kind of weird, and then it turned into the whole Ziggy Stardust, where he's an alien who comes down from space to like fucking spread fucking I don't know rock and shit. I can't remember the whole story of Ziggy Stardust right now. And then you know he started doing cocaine so hard that he turned into like this super thin guy and just turned his persona. Well, no, then it was Aladdin Sane after Ziggy Stardust, actually, which is more of like the Americanized version of Ziggy,
Okay.
which then led into the Thin White Duke stage, which is where he just did a lot of cocaine and was really thin and became the Thin White Duke. And they started doing that weird shit with Iggy Pop after he changed to Iggy Pop from being Iggy Stooge. Down in Germany, they did that Berlin trilogy of like Low and Heroes and Lodger, which were just like basically like a lot of them like especially Heroes and Low. The second half, like the B-sides of both those records, are nothing but noises, nothing but like just fucking trippy, weird sounds and lo-fi fucking music.
Oh wow. Yeah,
We
I
got really off track there.
Yeah.
Whew.
A little off track.
You know, that's something about this podcast. We might even have to rename it the Off Track Podcast. You start off with one thing and it just fucking leads to the others,
Well,
man.
yeah, you get on a conversation. Just gotta
Yeah.
keep going.
Oh, look at that. We're already at 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Well, yeah. Oh, 7:30.
Time flies by, man.
Yeah.
Oh, back to the Folk Fest prep. So,
oh, yeah.
Another thing for sure going to need this year, which I thought about it last year, but then, you know, it just did not happen, which I regret, sorry, because last year, I did miss a lot of music that I wish I did see, But it was really hard to go to the festival since it is a 20-minute walk from from where we were camping.
Yeah.
Because you're in that huge field close to Pope's Hill where you're camping with like everybody.
Well, we wanted to be by our cars, so.
Yeah, you guys wanted to be by your cars.
That's the main reason we picked that area.
Even though I ended up fucking walking
I'm thinking
all the
about
way to
bringing
the
a
far
bike.
parking lot when leaving. I'm not bringing a bike.
I might.
I want to, but even if I do, what am I gonna do with it? Nothing.
I'll just bring it because going to the festival.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to lock it up somewhere though.
I'll lock it to my tent.
But
nobody's gonna steal my tent.
when you bring the bike to the festival, you're probably not gonna walk around with your bike the whole time.
No,
are
they
you?
have an area. They have an area for bikes.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like there's a group of people that bike to Folkfest from downtown. Like they have an area for bikes.
Oh yeah.
Just
There's like that
going to the-
group or whatever
Yeah.
that go.
Yeah, and you think they're just gonna leave their bikes out?
Oh.
Yeah, they have an area for like
Well,
to store the
okay,
bikes, man.
Okay, did you see that? Did you guys see that? Because we both took separate cars. You went with my old friend Connor there to the festival, and
Yeah.
I went with Brock and him. Even though we all like stayed at Brock's, we just went in two separate vehicles to the place, so we could all like kind of leave at the same time. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but on the drive in, when we were getting really close to the actual festival area, there was this guy that just he biked by mine and Brock's car. We looked at him. All you could say is that guy has all he needs for Folkfest.
Was it the 2 for a Budweiser backpack?
That's all he had.
Yeah, I
It
saw
was-
that.
It was the man on the bike biking with nothing. Literally, this guy had nothing but a 2 for a Budweiser backpack that was clearly filled with a 2 for a Budweiser on it. And
what
that's
a
all
guy.
he needed.
Yeah,
That's all he needed.
that's what you need.
He was fucking set for life there. My God, Folkfest is such a dream place. Even the police, whatever, they can all be there. They'll watch whatever the fuck is going on. There's usually gonna be shit going on that the police would not be happy with. But you know what? It's at Folkfest, so like everyone here is in a loving mood. Everybody is
You
peaceful.
don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, you let them go. People can be doing drugs anywhere around. I saw cops physically look at people with bongs in their hands. These people had bongs in their hands.
Yeah. There's a
Cops
couple of
looked at
those.
them, said nothing.
Well, yeah. There's
Said nothing. All they were doing is keeping the peace. There are people walking around like fucking Adam and Eve. There were 2 couples that I saw walking around holding hands, butt naked both. And then they
Really?
just
I never
laid.
saw any couples last
Dude.
year. I only saw the one guy with like a case of beer in the morning, just walking.
Butt naked?
Yeah,
oh, I
butt
heard
naked,
about that.
Just
No,
holding a
I
case
saw
of
no,
beer.
I saw 2 different couples. They
Yeah.
walked around. They were holding hands like Adam and Eve, just pubes out, everything. These guys are just super butt naked, and they just go. Then they lay down the cage. You know where like that little tent was set up in front of the shower that those people
Yeah.
hid from us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they went and laid down in front of that tent. They just laid down and just started sunbathing, like in the grass. They didn't even have towels or blankets or nothing. They just laid down. And then there's the other girl who people like to call Happy Tits. She,
Oh yeah, the one who didn't have a top on.
yeah, and she
Constantly.
came into our tent. I don't know if you're or not in our tent, but in yours and Brock's tent. I'm not sure.
When?
I'm not sure if you remember that. Okay, I know for a fact. Okay, me and
I
Connor.
don't think I was there for that.
Me and Connor and Cole King are the only 3 people I can for sure remember being there for this. Because Cole's reaction to it, I've never been to Folkfest, but I kind of expected this kind of stuff to happen.
Oh yeah, well we saw her
Cole-
the first year and told you about it.
This lady comes into the tent and she's just like, she opens the zipper herself. She's topless completely. She looks at me and I don't know, I think she was on some kind of like psychedelic drug possibly.
Probably.
Because she looks at me and she goes, "Oh, the tie-dye. It's so incredible." Because I was wearing my watermelon tie-dye shirt and she just starts rubbing my body. Then she looks at Connor and she gets all distracted and she's like, "Oh, the majestic hair." And she starts feeling her hands through his like majestic flowing, because he had super long hair at the time.
Oh yeah, and it's a nice goldy color too.
Yeah. And then Cole, and it's like shining in the sunlight. He's just looking all like a fucking Jesus
Just
type.
put your tits next to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll take those. And then Cole King is just looking at me and he says out loud, he's like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" I'm like, Folkfest, man. Folkfest. No, it looks like all the lights are on out there. Okay.
Ah, kind of does. Could be the reflection though.
Yeah, whatever. Well, we'll fucking cut that out.
Oh no, it does look like the reflection.
Possible. Other things for Folkfest. Definitely gonna bring my lighters. Bring a phone
yeah.
charger.
A 5-pack
You're bringing a whole 5-pack.
of lighters. Yeah.
Yeah, just in
Last
case.
year, first night, I was down to my first one lighter, and I brought 3. People just pocket them.
I'm pretty adamant about keeping my lighters on me.
Yeah. I might even see if I can find another like leather lighter pouch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just toss it in there.
Damn. Bring in sunscreen. Don't forget the sunscreen. I brought sunscreen.
I didn't bring any last.
I brought sunscreen
Only
last
bug
year.
Spray.
I actually put. Did I bring my bug spray? I don't think so.
I
I'm
brought
poss.
bugs.
I
was
probably.
not dealing with bugs. I did not want.
I
to.
can't see myself not bringing bug spray.
Mhm.
Definitely. Yeah, the sunscreen. No, I definitely use that because I gotta avoid that burn. But as I was saying earlier, fucking forgot all about this. I fucked up big time with the bands last year, not seeing a lot of them. So this year, I need to make myself a schedule. Because I'm gonna have alarms set up for me. I'm not gonna be
make
sleeping.
reminders.
Yeah, I'm gonna have multiple alarms set up for every show because I can't. I need to see more music this year, and I'm definitely gonna take it a lot slower. Like I'm not drinking as much as I did last year. Last year I drank so much that. The also reason I was drinking is because I was trying to kill the pain of my injury where I did have a little injury where I decided it would be a good idea to longboard from the campground to the 59er vendor to grab myself some more cigarettes at the convenience store there, and also grab myself a couple Boxer apples on the way, which I was advised not to by Brent and a couple other people who told me it was not the greatest idea. And I said, you know what? It is a good idea. Just let me borrow your longboard, and I will go on my way. And I want a little bit of alone time. I want to listen to some podcasts. I had some Ari Shafir podcast downloaded for the drive, and what I expected to be a 2-hour tops trip turned into a 4-hour plus trip in plus 30 degrees, nothing but sun. Felt like I was dying of heat stroke on the way to the 59er. So I get to the 59er, I buy my stuff, sit down in the restaurant for a little bit, cool down, drink some vitamin water, buy my stuff, go back out for my longboard ride back. The longboard ride back, which the first one there was pretty tough as it was, but the second one on the way back it felt like hell. There's 3 to fucking 6 times that I would physically stop and sit down on the longboard, and like go really close to some trees because there's nothing but just sun beating on me.
On the road, nothing around for shade.
For sure. And I would go there and just lay down and just fucking just pant, basically hope for someone to ask me if I needed a ride or something, but that never happened. Then I start to
Did
keep.
the cops even just drive past you?
No, this is after the injury.
Okay.
So what happened was on my way back, I'm about 20 minutes away from actually arriving back at the festival, and what ended up happening was I went down this really, really steep area of the road that I actually had to physically get off the longboard on the way to the 59er because I couldn't ride up it. It was too much. I had to just get off and walk it up it. I'm going down and I start to go really fast and I'm like, oh shit. Like I'm not like I haven't skateboarded in years and this is my first time riding a longboard literally. So like I got pretty used to it quick, but I'm like, oh no. I'm going really fast, so I just kind of I got those wobbles, man.
Oh, the speed wobbles?
I got the speed
The
wobbles.
speed wobbles, yeah. That's the thing with the longboard. It's so much faster than a skateboard.
And then my mind starts flowing, and I'm like, fuck. What am I going to do? Because I know I'm going to wipe out at some point here. There's no way I'm going to stop this. So I'm like, okay, first quick decision I have is I'm going to jump forward off the thing and try to, run to a stop, keep myself up. Yeah, that did not happen. I jumped off, landed on my feet, just fucking trip, and I'm still going downhill. So I fall so hard. Your longboard whips across the street. Cars are going by me. Like they actually had to swerve
Oh,
a little
wow.
bit. So like, cause so then I slid. Thank God I had a backpack on. So I kind of like mid-air had a quick split decision to turn onto my back and like land on my backpack instead of lying on my fucking skin. But I nailed my elbow into the rock, into like some kind of rock, which is why I have this little deep hole scar here looking thing, because that's exactly where I landed. Oh yeah, look at
Yeah,
that
I got
one.
a scar too, but that's from a bike incident.
Yeah, but then I fucking, I don't know, I started sliding at least a few meters, and I'm like, oh my God. And I get up, get on the longboard, my fucking my right elbow is just, it's so badly injured, and there's blood, and I'm like, okay, my ankle's got a little bit of a cut, that's not too bad. I didn't really notice what was going on my hip, but as like I kind of get back on the longboard and I kind of try to like ride slowly, cruise back my way, but I notice every little like little motion I move with my left foot, like every push, I would get like a little sharp pain on my hip on the right, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I kind of like lift it up, like, cause I was wearing my bathing suit. I was actually wearing my bathing suit for this ride, I remember. So I kind of like just spread it open, and it was like sticking to the wound. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm just like, it was fucked there. And it was like fucked on my knee too. And I'm like, oh my God. And I couldn't, once I saw it, that's when the pain really started to start. Like I didn't feel it until I really saw the wound on my hip. Like, oh, I was like, oh my God. No. And then I had to walk, man. I'm like dying still, like from heat exhaustion. Cops look at me. They're coming towards me. I look at this cop car. I'm like, perfect chance to get a ride back to Folk Fest. So I'm like, and I kind of stop, and I'm like putting my hands on my knees, just panting, making it look so obvious that I'm in pain and injured. Cops just drive right by, and I'm like, oh, fuck's sakes. And then like I kind of like look back at them, and then they did come back. They did come drive back around, but I feel like they just had to come back, but they didn't want to like stop or like say anything to me, so they whipped their lights on quickly, went woo 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 woo, and like passed me, and then like turned. I'm like, fuck sakes, like these people didn't even see me. So then I'm just walking. I'm walking. Then I'm about 10, 15 minutes away from the festival. I can't do it anymore. I'm done. I'm fucking standing on a sidewalk. I'm like, no, no more, no more. And I kind of stop, and then a van pulls up with two natives in it, and they look at me and they're like, hey, like, do you know the way back to the festival? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I do, but like, would you guys please give me a ride back to the festival? Like, I really hurt myself. I start to show them my elbow. It's like, oh my God. Okay, yeah, hop in. They give me a bunch of McDonald's napkins so I don't bleed all over their car. I'm like holding napkins all over myself, and then like basically show them the way. I let them drop me off at that like one entrance. I still have to walk like another fucking 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, we were at the far back.
Yeah, but and then I come back and everyone's like, "Holy shit, Jonah fell. He's hurt." Some hippie runs up to me. He's like, "I'm a doctor, man." He's like pouring water on my elbow. I'm like, thanks, dude. And then yeah, fucking came back, and and then had to spend the rest of the festival every day. 2 trips to the first aid tent to get my bandages replaced because the blood just kept soaking through, and walking with a limp. And this happened like the second day too, so I had to go to the whole festival like this.
The third day?
Maybe it was the third day. It was early on, though.
Oh yeah, it was not even. It was about halfway through.
It was definitely, yeah, it must have been the third day because Edward Sharp I was fine for.
Yeah.
And that was the second day.
But also, the reason I'm saying that's because didn't Nagy ditch us twice or 3 times for you to longboard? I think it was the 2 times. Like the first day he says, "Hey, I'll give you a ride." Go could not find his vehicle. He left before we even got close.
Yeah.
Second day, he says the exact same thing. Again, he's gone. Just where'd he go? So we did not get a ride to the 59er.
Yeah, I remember like standing around. Me and you were fucking so pissed.
Oh my god.
Walking around like he fucking said he was gonna meet us here, and then we're walking to like 20 minutes away to another parking lot trying to see if he was there.
He gave the worst directions. Yeah, you just
Oh
go there
my
and
God.
it's across the road.
Oh my
Like, what
god.
the fuck?
Yeah, I'm definitely gotta like bring some more food so that doesn't need to happen. I'm gonna bring more liquor, gotta bring more cigarettes so I don't need to make. I do not want to leave Folk Fest this year.
Yeah, that's
I
a
kind of
bad
want to
choice.
remain there.
I might even ask my parents if I have to like drop food off or like
Oh.
something off. Like, any if I need something, I might even ask them like, "Hey, can you just come by?"
You want to know the worst part about everything we just said?
What?
Once my parents saw my injuries, they're like, how did this happen? I'm like, well, I longboarded to the 59er. It's like, you longboarded? Jonah, you could have just texted us and we would have came and picked you up and brought you, or we would have just brought you what you needed.
Yeah.
The look of shock on my face. I was like, oh, but I don't know. I did feel like I didn't want to talk to them at all. Like, I felt like that was my time. I just kind of wanted to, like, you know,
Yeah, get away for a little bit.
kind of like keep myself sustained, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to ask for help on that kind of thing.
Yeah, see how you do by yourself in like a personal situation.
Yeah,
That
for
is
sure.
actually really good for that. I find.
Yeah,
You
like,
figure out what you want, what you need,
yeah,
the stuff you want to take with you.
yeah,
It
for
helps.
sure.
It helps.
Fuck, Tylenol. That was the thing I brought last year, which is good.
Tylenol? I didn't bring any of that.
I
I
brought-
brought some Reactin, but that's
I
because
ended
have
up giving a
allergies.
bunch of my Tylenol, man. People needed it. Like, I had like a bag of Tylenol.
Oh well, so I did not see enough people drinking water for how hot it was. I feel like I drank almost more water than most people I saw.
Oh yeah,
Cause
I
was
drank so much water
constantly
there, too.
drinking, and I never felt this gross once. Like, I felt every time I drink, I felt better, just cause the heat. But some people probably just didn't get the fluids in them.
a lot of people were complaining because of the well. They didn't want to drink well water.
Oh, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
They purified it.
Same. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's some chemicals in it or shit. Like, what? No, screw
There's still-
you. I want to stay alive.
There's still gonna be chemicals in your government issue tap water anyway, man. If there's
Oh,
anything
I do not drink city tap water.
for
I
that
try-
reason.
I try my best not to drink city tap water.
I always have like purified though, like Brita.
Oh, well, yeah, if you got the filters, then it's all good.
Yeah.
But, like, even my house, since I live just out of the city, we have well water. So I'll actually drink that
Oh,
water and
So
stuff.
your
like that.
tap water's well water?
Yeah, we have well water in
Ooh.
St. Paul.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah, that's why I don't really care. But I still usually get the water out of my fridge because it goes through a filter.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but helps.
Huh.
Yeah. But-
Yeah, I'm not a complainer about the well water. I feel like, I don't know, sometimes it feels like it's more natural to me. Like I really like artesian water.
Artesian? Oh, yeah, like...
Like down in
artesian wells.
Matlock, you go to those wells or whatever. Especially by Zen's cabin, he has one too.
Oh, yeah, the one that never stops flowing.
Yeah, even during the winter they'll
Yeah,
flow. They
I know.
never freeze or nothing.
Yeah, that's where, when we go out to, like, our cabana, which is by, like, Zenon's farm,
Mhm.
we would always stop there, because we have the buckets for rainwater and stuff there. But there's no, there's no water out there, so you go to the artesian wells for cooking and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But Folk Fest this year, actually going there the year before, it gave me a good perspective on what I was gonna want for the second year. I had more of an idea of the food I was gonna bring,
Mhm.
what I would actually need as a necessity. Because the first year I brought almost nothing. Second year I brought too much. This year I'm gonna try and keep it a bit in the middle.
Yeah, I feel like I was actually very well set. I set myself up nicely before last year. Worst thing was the flip flops. Forgot my flip flops.
Oh yeah, that will do it. That will do it.
Like I even had my this year I'm gonna bring some glasses
Yeah,
cleaners
I'm bringing
too.
some sunglasses.
Well, I'm bringing
well,
the
yeah,
wipes
not-
for my
not
glasses.
glasses.
I'm walking around with a smudged windshield life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
That's not happening. Definitely, bring your change of clothes, all the shit you want to drink. Food, bring some dry food. I'm not bringing. Well, we did. I'll bring some. I don't know,
Food?
I'll figure some shit out.
In my opinion, the best food to bring, you bring 1 or 2 cans of soup just in case. You have
What kind of soup?
I did chunky.
You did chunky soup?
I do chunky, yeah, because I want the pieces of like actual food in it and
Yeah.
not just a broth. So the food will actually like help sustain you more, and it's
Yeah, you
it's
could
not
bring
just a
canned
bunch of
food too,
liquid
yeah.
inside you. Oh yeah, canned food. I brought some canned fruit. Canned fruit actually is
Dried fruit too. I want
a
to
dried. Oh well, they sell the dried fruit there. I
Oh,
buy
those
the
dried bananas.
I buy the bananas.
Oh man, I told my mom about that. Like, after I was like, Brent got these fucking dried banana
Oh, yeah.
chips. My mom's got me those since. Not the same.
No, they're so good because they're still kind of soft too. Well, it's probably just because they're like organic and like homemade by these people. That's why
Yeah.
it's probably so good.
Yeah.
But first year sampled them. Next year had to get the biggest bag. Me and Brock cleared them out of their bananas. We were the last 2 to get the big bags.
Really?
Oh yeah, and this was 2 days before the end.
Wow.
Yeah, like I'm so glad I got them though. Had more than enough to bring home.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I actually didn't even end up finishing the bag. Beef
Yeah.
jerky, I'm bringing some more of that. I'm gonna bring the Rice Krispie peanut butter and Nutella roll that my mom makes.
Oh,
I'm
I
bringing
forgot
that
about
again.
that. Oh,
Well,
that
yeah,
thing
that-
was sex.
That helped me so much.
Oh my god.
Especially like as a late night snack when you're just like, I'm kind of hungry, I want something to eat
Yeah.
right away.
Fuck. Definitely. I should bring more glow sticks than I did last year.
Yeah, I'm actually getting some hennas because the year
Hennas.
last
The
year
tattoos.
yeah last year I was looking for them the day before. I could not find them. Went to the dollar store, Walmart, Superstore. Could not find hennas. Apparently, get them on at an East Indian place on McLeod is like a popular place.
Don't they have to apply that on you?
No, anybody can put it on. It's just it comes in a little package, and you just make designs. Like Chanel actually has a tube of henna at her house. Yeah, that she's bringing to Folk Fest. But I
Shit.
want to get like my own because I want to do some crazy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring a flashlight. You always need a flashlight.
I don't.
I brought.
If I'm bringing a flashlight, it's gonna be one of those head strap ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look like a dad just going out to do some work. Just
Going out into the minefields.
yeah. Yeah, no, that was. Yeah, I'd bring one of the head strap ones because then I don't have to carry something, and especially if I go into the outhouses, I don't have to like worry about where do I put this.
Am I gonna step on poop?
Yeah, stuff like. Well, no, I'm not usually worried about that. I make sure I got my flip flops on for that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
God bring. I don't know. What else will we need for Fogfest? I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of things.
Well, yeah, you probably gonna want a hat too.
I'm not a hat person.
I'm-
though. I don't wear hats.
Yeah, neither am I, but I'm probably gonna bring a bucket hat, like one of those ones that goes completely around.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cause
Oh
keep the
shit.
sun off like my ears and stuff in case I do end up getting sunburnt.
Mhm.
Because I'm not bringing sunscreen. It won't really be on my nose, my ears, or like my face. It'll be more of my body. But that's the whole reason I'm bringing like button-up shirts. Like I like
Oh, so you can unbutton yourself.
button-up t-shirts are like the best thing
That's smart.
because yeah, you just unbutton it, you feel the wind. You still have a shirt on though,
Yeah.
and yeah, like I made sure I had a couple of those.
Okay, I gotta piss. All right. Any more things that we were forgetting about Folkfest that we need this year?
I don't know.
Lawn chair. I'm gonna want my lawn chair.
Oh yeah, I want to get one of those. I'm actually thinking about purchasing one, almost like what Brock has, the one that goes as like a backpack.
Really? He has one of those?
Yeah, he does actually. Which one is it? The red one, in the garage.
Like the one that just kind of folds up?
Yeah, that's a backpack one.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it has like those straps
Yeah,
on
it's
it,
got the
right?
straps on the
Oh,
back, and
shit.
it's also got a
Oh.
it's got a pouch on it too for you to store stuff.
Oh, I never put those two pieces together.
Yeah, that's something like that.
Yeah.
His grandmother got that for him. That's how come I know it was made for Folkfest.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if I have to drive this year, I guess.
Well, yeah, having the car it's so huge, especially how hot it was last year. That 1 hour a day where I just went into my car, turned it on, and sat in the AC helped so much.
What do you mean? You did that almost every day.
Yeah.
And then every day you're like, Jonah, you want to come? I'm like, yeah, for sure. And then I just never ended up going. I didn't go once.
Yeah, I'd tell you as soon as I'm going, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be going there now. You're like, oh, no, I think I'm just going to stay here. I'm like, okay, well, just come by.
Then you
Been
like
there for,
disappear.
Like, an hour and a half.
Yeah, you disappear for so long and then just come back. That's a good sleep and cool down. I'm like, fuck.
I just felt
fuck,
so
I fucked
well
up.
rested after. I'm a guy who likes the cold, so that air conditioning helped a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
What's it? What are those called? Yeah, I don't know actually. I think I'm gonna bring I really want to bring a bike because I'm thinking about going to the beach actually
Yeah.
this year. Well, if it's really hot again, why not spend a bit of a day at the beach? It's worth it.
That was one thing we disagreed on. You and Nagy wanted to go to the beach last year. Me and Brock did not want to go to the beach. Or was it the opposite?
It was Brock, and it was me and you that didn't want to.
Oh, okay.
That's
it was
when.
me
That's
and you
on
that
the.
didn't want to.
That was the day Nagy actually drove us to the 59er.
I'm
Like,
pretty
the day
but I'm
after
pretty sure
your
this idea was brought up a couple times.
Oh, it was
all
brought
times.
up before, but
I was like, fuck, no, I'm not going down to the quarry.
yeah, the main time was because we were in the vehicle, Brock and Nagy. Let's go swimming at the quarry. I was not. I didn't want to go swimming at the quarry.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Well,
thought
you were injured too, so
Oh yeah, that was another big one. I'm not going in there with my fucking cuts and everything.
yeah, just the dirtiest water.
You get some infection.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. It's all sitting water too.
Yeah, well, that's a man-made lake as well,
Yep. But it's so clear.
which is odd. Something like that shouldn't be that clear.
No, it's just because how deep it is and like all the minerals in it. I think.
Not really. They got like those nice volleyball setups too. I like beach volleyball. I'm a fan of that.
I do not like any kind of volleyball.
Really? I don't know. I always enjoyed volleyball.
I got small
Is it-
hands.
Oh, okay. Well,
Small hands pretty much ruins volleyball for you.
why? I don't see how small hands would be a issue. In
I do not know
volleyball.
a single person who plays volleyball that has small hands. All the good people have like these big hands that when they touch, like the ball falls into them for a volley, they wrap around like half of the ball.
Oh, so are you one of those guys who can't pick up a ball with just one hand?
Yeah, I can.
Well, then your hand should be that small.
Yeah, okay. I guess I just suck at volleyball.
that might be
I
why
like the
or you just
excuse.
don't like it.
I like the excuse, but yeah. I guess I just don't like it. It's not my sport. I like I like running in a sport.
Or contact.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Yeah, it's fun when you get to like nudge people and shit.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Oh, that was the only thing I liked about playing like in the beer league soccer when I was still in like grade 10.
You were in a beer league in grade 10?
Yeah, that was the Croatian team I played on. Like I played on
And you guys just drank the whole time?
no,
So why is it
other
a beer
teams
league?
did. Other teams did. Like it's an adult league. Like they do it for fun and they like have drinks after and shit like that.
Oh, they don't have. In
Like-
my understanding, all beer leagues drink during the game.
Okay, well,
Especially like
You've-
coming from our
you've-
manager.
you've been to Skylight.
Oh yeah,
I've
never been inside.
Yeah, you've never been inside, but you do see like empty beer cans and stuff like that, or like empty
All over
bottles.
the
Like sometimes just scattered in the
parking lot.
parking lot,
Yeah,
or
parking
like in the
lot.
garbage cans and stuff like that.
always empties.
Yeah, always. That's because you're going to play. You're trying to have some fun. You're playing soccer. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, those were fun. Just playing against like 30-year-olds, nudging them and shit.
Hell, I really want to join a sports team lately. Like I've really wanted to.
Same. Well, I want to get in.
I just
wanna
want to
do
get out
it.
of the house, start doing some shit.
Exactly.
I actually feel like I'm important.
Yeah, that's why I want to do either Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu or something like that. Just like
Oh, you're going down that route. I'm going like I want to
wanna
play
do a
ultimate
martial arts.
frisbee.
I don't. If I was to do a sport again, it would be soccer.
I just want to play ultimate frisbee with a bunch of hippies, man. That's all I want to
Bring
do.
a frisbee to Folk Fest.
I had one last year.
You didn't play? Folk Fest is
No,
no frisbee.
The only
is the game
person-
at Folk Fest.
only person who's willing to play. Dude, I asked everyone to play frisbee.
Yeah, I don't like frisbee.
Not a only Negi. Negi was the only guy, and we played frisbee like that. I remember one day when we were like in the trees, way behind like the festival crowd. We were in that back where like people were kind of playing sports and shit, but you could still hear the music and stuff.
Yeah.
We were in that area. Remember, like
That's such
you
a
were
nice
sitting down
area.
with Brock and like that girl he was with, and
Shauna?
yeah, Shauna. I don't know. I'm trying to not
Oh
say
yeah,
names.
that's right. I forgot.
Just there's some
I
people
forgot.
you never know who's gonna listen to this, and aka Chase, and yeah, me and Negi played frisbee for like a good hour or two that day, but that was the only time I brought it out. I was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
disappointed about it.
Yeah. Bringing a ball to the festival, yeah, that's something.
Or
Or
you're-
something to actually do while you listen to the music.
Yeah, for sure. Just like play ball or some shit.
Yeah.
Don't want to end up like Folk Fest neighbor though.
Oh no, you don't want to be passing out on our tent.
Drunkest. That may have been the drunkest I've ever seen anybody in my life.
He was fairly drunk, just yelling random stuff, kicking the soccer ball
Dude, he
around.
couldn't even kick the soccer ball. The funniest thing that I saw though, like someone, I don't know who it was. I'm pretty sure it was Shauna. She like gave him like one of those little packages, like school little pouch packages
Yeah.
of cereal or something. The guy just opens the opens the lid part of it, just squeezes it and just shoves it in his mouth like it's a drink. He's just
It just like has a couple, gives up.
Rest of them are falling out onto the ground. He's just shoving it like fucking directly into his mouth.
That was like one of the last things he did before he passed out.
Yeah, then he was puking on Ryan's fucking
Oh
blanket.
yeah, after we moved him there, he was puking right next to our tent and stuff. We're like, oh, come on, pouring water on.
Yeah,
him
no,
and
yeah. Then
stuff.
that he was puking in between mine and your tents.
Yeah.
And then we switched him over, like brought him to the side of your tent or Brock's tent, and then then that's when he was puking, and then that's when we started just like getting water and just soaking the guy in water. Like
Oh yeah. Well, we had to make sure he was good.
I felt so bad for that guy because right before all this happens, I'm arriving from the festival. I was just I don't think I was at a show or something, and I come back, and this guy's like. This guy's sitting there in Brock's tent. And he I don't know. He was talking about some story. His back is facing like his tent, right? The guy turns around, looks at where his tent used to be. I don't know. This guy was in complete shock. He turns around. He's like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, his tent was just gone. Everything is gone. His friends are gone. Only thing
All
that
his
remained
shit.
was his shit. Yeah, his shit is sitting there waiting for him. He's
On
like,
our tent too.
He's like, where are my friends? And he like kind of like gets outside. And he like it looked like he was gonna cry. He's like, oh my god, they're gone. And then he like sits.
Wheelchair. That's not a bad idea. Just have a chair on wheels.
Yeah, man, people push you around the whole time.
Yeah.
Never have to make a move at Folk Fest.
Oh, I'm thinking about bringing a wagon. Actually, now thinking about that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, to haul this stuff to like where we're gonna set up.
yeah.
So,
See,
like,
I plan on bringing
one
things
trip.
in one trip.
Well, something. It's not always one trip.
I might even do a second trip, man.
I don't want to though.
I feel like
That's
I
the
want to
thing.
because this year I'm gonna be a lot more on my game. Like I'm not gonna drink as much as I did last year. I'm not gonna get as fucked
Yeah,
up. as I
last
did.
year was more of like a. It was mostly around our tents, which that
Yeah,
was the
because no
part
one
I
wanted
did
to
not
move.
like.
No
Yeah,
one could move. It was so hot outside.
Exactly. Yeah. The first year though, so much adventuring, met so many new people. That was also like the first year. Everything was new to us. Like we just explored and experienced that's something that didn't really happen last year that I want to bring into the third year.
Yeah, that was another issue I had. I didn't explore as much because I was with Connor, who was kind of being a stick in the mud. He didn't want to move. He just wanted to sit around and get
Yeah.
fucked up all day. I'm like, dude, like, come on, like, let's go explore. And then I would just end up going by myself half the time because you guys all knew the place. I'm like,
Oh yeah, me and
first
Brock
day,
kinda
I'm
had a
like, okay,
plan.
listen, I'm gonna go for a walk for about an hour and just learn the fucking layout of the place so I know where I'm going at all times.
Yeah.
Because that was the last thing I needed, to be like really drunk at Folk Fest,
Well, that's
and
like
then
the
you don't know
first night.
where you are and you
That's-
can't find your way back. I did it during the day. I did it before the night fell. I needed to know where I was at all times.
Yeah, it was like I think it was I slept the first night. It's the only night the first year I went
Okay.
that I got to sleep in a tent because I didn't bring a tent the first year.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I kind of knew this.
Oh yeah, well my parents, they didn't want me sleeping there, so I kept telling them, yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping at Brock's and stuff like that.
They didn't want
Didn't
you
bring a
sleeping at the
tent. I brought a-
festival?
Yeah, they didn't want me to.
Oh.
And so I brought a sleeping bag. I had 2 backpacks of stuff and a cooler for my food.
Okay.
That's all I pretty much brought. I slept on the ground almost every night with my sleeping bag as my pillow.
Man,
I
that's
didn't
the
even
way to
take
do it.
out. I didn't even take it out, but yeah, that
That sounds like a
it was a
great
really good
experience. though.
experience. Yeah, I got a
If it doesn't
barely
rain, of course.
slept. It did rain, but thankfully Max was such a nice guy. That was like one of the people I went with.
Yeah.
He let me sleep in his tent the last night for a little bit.
Dude, if I see someone doing it
Or
at
in
Folk
the night
Fest this
before.
year, I'm gonna be the only one in my tent. I'll be like, fuck it, man.
Oh,
Doesn't
well,
matter who you are. If you're sleeping on the ground, just like, get the fuck in here.
Yeah, I spent a little bit of time in Brock's tent too, but mostly it was just me on the ground. But it wasn't bad. I laid down a garbage bag so I didn't get covered in leaves and shit.
Yeah, and that's one way to get connected to the earth a little bit.
Oh yeah, that the first year. I want it to be more like the first year than it was the second year, just because it was more adventurous, more
Yeah,
experience, like
yeah,
all the people.
yeah. I want to meet a lot more people. I did meet a lot of people last year, but all the people I met were through you and Brock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then you did not do enough.
Well,
exploring.
Brock's tent was the place for pretty much a lot of people at Folk Fest.
Oh well, yeah, that's
a lot
where.
of people are showing up there, because they knew shit was going down there, and like, you can hang out, have a good time, get some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We pretty much. If it wasn't for like the people, like the other tent, like the one with the girls and stuff,
The one that Nick Cahooch set
Yeah,
up with
Nick Cahooch,
fucking
like,
Grayson,
Grayson,
right?
right?
As much as I like those people, they kind of
ruined it.
intruded our area.
Yeah, they set up their
They
like,
set up their
hanging out
shit
area
in between mine and Connor's tent and yours and Brock's tent.
Yeah, that was a bit of a piss off.
Like, I remember Connor just bitching. He was like, "There's fucking people fucking all over, like, all our shit. He's gonna rob us." I'm like, dude, they're not gonna rob us, but I feel how you're annoyed. But like, chill
Yeah.
out. It's Folk Fest. To me, I thought it was like normal, but now that I think back on like that, I kind of wish that was not a thing. Like,
Well, it brought a lot more people, and it created our area as more of a hangout spot than just a camping spot.
yeah.
So people would show up there, and it didn't give us time to explore, because why
Be-
would we go
You
explore?
gotta stay there and watch your
Exactly. Why would you explore when there's people always coming?
shit. Mm-hmm.
They're like trying to talk to you. They want to see what's happening. They want to use your stuff. Because nobody came prepared, but like
They want to eat some of your munchies.
Yeah, exactly. Taking your chips and stuff. Oh, I'm bringing.
Hey, can I have a sip of that?
Yeah. Oh, people. I'm bringing a lot of packs of gum this year. Well, not a lot. A
Oh,
couple
I was the
different flavors.
only one last year who fucking prepared with the gum.
Oh,
But then, Brent, you got a little picky, man. You got a little
I ca-
picky.
Yeah, I was a little bitchy.
You got a little picky, man. Towards the end, you're like, all right. You look at me. You're fucked up. You're like Jonah. When I ask for gum, I prefer the mint gum, not the fruity gum. I'm like,
Are you sure that was me actually?
no, that was for sure you. 100%. 100%.
Because I actually do like fruity gum.
No, you're like, man, I want that mint gum. I'm all about that mint
Oh,
gum.
I was in a mood then.
Yeah, because I like that fruity shit too, but I've been there where you like the mint because you're kind of like, you're with other girls and shit. You probably want to have that fresh, breathy
Oh,
smell.
I didn't really care about that. That doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, they kind of swarmed to you there.
Who?
You like Grace and Chanel.
Yeah. Well, that was the first night. Grace was just kept trying to get stuff from me.
Yeah, but fucking you're just turning her down each.
Well, yeah, she's like, oh, maybe he can give like, we got Folk Fest married on like the first day.
Yeah,
Just because like we're sitting on the blanket, all you
like
guys
playing patty cake
yeah, we're
and
playing
whatnot.
patty cake and stuff. All you guys leave, so it was just like me and her. Like we started cuddling and shit.
Oh my God.
Suddenly we got Folk Fest married. Don't even remember how this happened.
And now you know it's gonna come back to bite you in the ass next year when you're with
Chanel is
Chanel.
already mad at me about that. She's like, oh, she asked me this the other night actually. She's like, so are we getting Folk Fest married?
You fucking better, man.
I was like, what do you mean? She's
No,
like, yeah,
you
are we getting
better.
Folk Fest married? I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Like that was kind of like a once in a lifetime thing.
No, dude, just do it. Just do it, man. Just get it over with.
I feel
Please
like I'm
her.
gonna do it just to
Because
make her happy.
you need to get Folkfest divorced with Grace.
Yes, have like a huge
Set your
ceremony.
prenup up and shit. Like, all right.
Like you do not get to use my tent. Oh.
No, but that was actually, that may be honestly my earliest memory of ever seeing Chanel. Was like her coming to the tent, sitting on your lap, and then Catherine was sitting on Brock's lap. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Who are these two girls now? Apparently, these are the two girls that are always at fucking Brock's. But I'm like, oh, like I remember that. I remember anybody that's coming around to Brock's. But yeah, you know.
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, you got definitely.
I feel like it's kind of my responsibility, but I don't know if I will.
You know,
I
if
might
it
just
feels
leave it.
right.
Yeah, exactly. If it happens, then yeah. But I'm not gonna try and force it or anything.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing about Folk Fest is like spontaneous.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Yeah.
You fucking go there and you just make your days.
Exactly. Like you don't really. You have to kind of plan out, like as you said, make a schedule for like the band.
For the music,
stuff.
for sure. But then
Oh,
at
yeah.
night though, there's no music after 11 or so.
No,
Then you
yeah,
can
the
you
last show's
make
at
it up.
11, I think.
It starts at 11.
Yeah.
Last year, I don't think it was that late. I remember it being like way earlier than that. For sure, Edward Sharp was earlier than 11. For sure.
Was it?
It had to have been. Because it started during the day.
Wasn't it the opening band though? Or is it the last?
No,
band
there's
on
no
the main
opening
stage?
band because
Yeah.
there's bands all day during the stage. It's
Yeah,
not
no, I'm
opening.
talking like the first band of Folk Fest.
They were in our Edward Sharp.
Oh, okay.
No. They were the first like main band ending the show. But I remember before Edward Sharp, because that was when we were sitting on the blanket and you were playing patty cake. I'm sitting there like just rolling around on a freaking blanket. Neggy's sitting there looking all like sharp vaping. Brock's just sitting there all chill. Me and Brock like, okay, we gotta get out of here. Cause that was during what's that band? Steel Eye Span, that like 60s weird psychedelic country thing going on. And I knew I wanted to see them, but I didn't have a schedule prepared, so I just accidentally ended up hearing like the end of their show. Yeah, so no, they were definitely before Edward Sharp. Because there's bands all day the first day of music. Edward
Yeah.
Sharp is the ending, like closing first big show though.
I forgot.
Even though it was
I
only
don't know.
45 minutes, it was probably the short. And then he's like,
That's what the shows are at Folk Fest. They're not
Yeah.
that long.
yeah. Then Edward at the end, he's like, fuck it. I know we've been going 45 minutes or an hour or so. He's like, we're gonna do a couple more songs, and they just played a couple more songs. Get off the stage. Everyone, of course, in the fucking audience thinks there's an encore coming. So we're all going like, you fucking need that encore coming. Everyone's cheering. No, it got so bad that the headliner of Folkfest, like I think it was the headliner of Folkfest, he comes out, he's like, yeah, there's gonna be no encore. That was the end of the show. Everyone, please leave your spots. Please leave your seats. This is the end of the show. Everyone, please return to your vehicles or return to your campsites. That is the end of the festival for today. And he ended it out, and everyone was like, boo, just all pissed. I was so pissed. I'm like, fucking keep going, man. God, that guy would just, like, he would be on the stage, and he'd, like, look at you in the eyes. Like, he would look at people in the eyes. And then, like, you would also get this weird intimate feeling from it. He look at you, and then he just jump into the crowd and disappear, and you're like, what the hell? And then 2 minutes later, he'll like pop up like way far to the right in like a corner with like middle of a group of people. Be like, oh, like sing the fucking rest of the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn, that guy just. Fuck, that was a great show. But yeah, fucking, I definitely need a schedule for this year. And my biggest conflict right now, I don't know if I want to see Milky Chance, which is an amazing band. I've been listening to them more and more a little bit on my own, watching live shit. They sound like a band I cannot miss. But on the other hand, I look at the fact that there's going to be an all-star performance of the entire album of Hotel California.
I have to see at least half of
No,
that.
dude, the way I'm looking at it right now, I'm thinking fuck Milky Chance. Even though they're going to be such a good band, you're going to be able to see Milky Chance again. They're going to come to Winnipeg. They come to Winnipeg quite often.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think they're a Canadian band. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, well then, yeah.
But I've definitely
they'll be
I've
around.
definitely know there's been past shows of Milky Chance in Winnipeg. You're not gonna be able to see an all-star performance of like the Folk Fest people all getting together, like the best of the best getting together to play an entire album of the Eagles Hotel California.
Yeah, and that's such a good album too.
That's good for Folk Fest too. Like you got your mix of folk, country, hard rock. You got a little bit of blues in there.
Oh yeah, it's like almost the perfect album. Well, not really. It's it's a really good album to be playing at Folk Fest.
Oh, dude, it is almost a perfect Folk Fest
exactly,
album.
yeah.
Like you get like a mix of everything in there. You get a little bit of hard rock with like Life in the Fast Lane.
Yeah,
You get that nice little
experience
folky-
everything,
yeah.
and it's all like still jolly.
Yeah, they
kinda
got
like
some
mellow tune.
There's some dark shit on that album though. There's like that. What's that?
But
There's
it's
like
still
one
pretty-
country song
It's
there. It's a
still
little
pretty
dark.
mellow and
Oh, it's all mellow.
exactly.
But it's not. But except Life in the Fast Lane, man. That song's pretty fucking heavy.
Oh, I like that song. I
Life
like that song.
in the Fast Lane.
Yeah.
My dream would be to see Neil Young at Folk Fest.
Neil, I don't think he would be playing at Folk Fest.
He won't. He plays at Edmonton Folk Fest, no problem. Winnipeg Folk Fest, we can suck his dick. He doesn't care. Even though he was born in Ontario but like grew up in Winnipeg, I feel like he just has like a little bit of a hatred for Winnipeg. He hasn't played here in years, man.
It's an okay city, but
He
it's not the nicest.
It's not
It is
the
not
nicest
the
city,
nicest.
but I love Winnipeg in some ways.
Yeah, I like how you get the
In
you
the
get, like,
winter, I have a lot of hatred feelings.
See, I like the cool because you can layer up, can't layer down. But my
Yeah.
favorite thing about Winnipeg, you get a mix of the small city with the big city feel because it's like a capital city of the province.
But it's not fucking polluted with people.
Exactly. So you get the best of both almost. You
Yeah.
experience a lot.
Yeah.
But that's also because Winnipeg didn't get its chance to really boom. So it's also a bit of it's not the nicest area because it didn't have all the people and funds that it was expecting to have. Because it was supposed to be the capital of Canada because it's right in the middle, but
Really?
yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I wasn't aware of this.
Yeah, Winnipeg was planned to be the capital of Canada.
Fuck, Cap.
But
Could
know
you
what
imagine
happened?
that? Let's go to the capital of Canada. Purple City.
Yeah, but see, yeah, we just didn't have it. We didn't have it good enough. I don't know. Like we have a lot of business happens here. There's large companies, but we just didn't have the people, the immigrants, or everything come to Winnipeg to settle. So we don't have that large population, but we have the big city feel.
Which kind of gives us that sort of. That might be one of the reasons we have that sort of rock and roll feel to us. Like we are considered the rock capital of the world.
I could see that.
I've heard that in multiple places, that we are the rock capital of the world. almost everyone I know here, even if they don't listen to rock on a regular basis, there is some shit they like. That is fucking rock for sure.
How can you not like rock? It's such a broad genre.
Like, ugh. Even if someone says they don't, usually there's never been a failing moment of me playing the entire Dark Side of the Moon beginning to end and someone being like, holy shit. Even Zenon of all people.
Really?
Dude,
oh,
Zenon.
Well, yeah, I could see that.
I played that album a few times for me and Zenon. Like Zenon, like I remember that one day me and him just super drunk playing Monopoly, listening to full Dark Side of the Moon, and Zenon's like, This is the white guy in me, man. This is the white in me. It's just making me love this. It's making me love this. And then he listened to Echoes one time. I remember him telling me, like, I came over to his house and he's like, oh man, I listened to that Pink Floyd song Echoes because I posted on Facebook. I was one of those guys who'd always post like music on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw a couple.
Yeah, then Zen was like, man, I listened to that. Trippiest shit ever. I freaked out for like 16 minutes. I'm like, yeah. Sounds like Echoes.
The one time I talked to him since elementary school, like since that grade 7 birthday party at his cabin.
Yeah, which I was not a part of.
Yeah, you were.
Nope.
Grade 7, yeah.
Nope.
You guys smoked cigarettes.
That was just me and you then.
No. Nope.
Who else was there?
It was me, you, and Zenon. Remember? It was
just us. It was just the three of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna exclude Zenon.
Yeah, I thought you were excluding Zenon.
When I'm referring to his cabin.
I thought you were like, yeah, that was
a birthday party?
That was his birthday party. Like that's what he called it, pretty much. Like his birthday event. Yeah.
Really? It was just the two of us?
Yeah, it was just the two of us.
This doesn't seem right.
Yeah, but hey, it was still fun.
That was so fun. What are you talking about? That was so fucking fun. You broke my glasses?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they fell off my face and you stepped on them.
I remember you guys with the sparklers.
Sparklers? I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, we had those sparklers for minutes, yeah.
I remember me and Zen like holding like Zen would have your hands, I'd have your legs, we'd swing you and like keep swinging like 1, 2, 3, we fucking tossed you to a pile of leaves and shit in the front yard.
So fun.
That's the advantage of being small, man.
Yeah, I know, you get to experience like that.
Instead of being the guy who's lifting you and fucking chucking you into stuff.
Remember in elementary school when we'd practice shoulder throws and stuff like that?
Oh! I forgot all about
that.
Spinning
around like the legs.
Yeah, I'm like, no. You like put like one hand over the right shoulder. And then, like, all you do, like, the guy who's, like, getting the hand over the shoulder, you grab their wrist and then hand, and you just fucking, like, flip yourself over, and, like, as you're fucking, like, bending over forward, you're grabbing, like, their hand, just flipping them over top and tossing them basically fucking right down to the ground. Oh, you know where I learned that, eh? Huh?
Where?
What'd you say?
James Bond.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you know why?
Yeah, because that little red book, dude. Did you get that big red book too?
I was the first one to get it.
I have one too.
I remember for a fact.
You were the first one?
Yeah, because I brought it to school for reading class and stuff. I was going through it. I'm like, hey, we're trying this.
No.
Yeah.
I always thought I was the only one with one of those. Oh, no way, you had one of those too? Like the big red one?
Yeah, you bet your ass had like all the different movies.
Dude, that had every single movie in detail of James Bond. Like explain moves that he would do on people. Like even for Dr. No, they're like fucking full on
Wasn't it a Dr. No one? Like it wasn't the shoulder throw in the Dr. No. I'm pretty sure it was.
Probably.
It was one of the first.
It was a Sean Connery one.
Yeah, it was one of the first movies. And that was, I think, the first one in the book.
That is the first movie.
Okay, yeah, then
that is the first James Bond movie. Like,
well, I don't know,
excluding the old like 1950s black and white and like, you know, this is the first real legitimate, like, you know, one with Sean Connery anyway. That was like like produced by fucking Albert Broccoli and whatever.
Yeah.
That was definitely the first one, and yeah. Fuck, man, those books were incredible. Yeah, I still have it. I still
same,
I haven't gone through it in a while, but it goes right up. It goes right up to Casino Royale. The new one in 2006, but it was before it was released, so all it has is like a tiny bit of information based off what they know from the trailer.
Yeah, I was not a It wasn't as detailed as
Yeah,
the
like
rest of them.
it basically ends with Pierce Brosnan's
Yeah.
legacy there. But like, yeah, damn, that book is so detailed. It tells you like everything that goes down in every James Bond movie.
I loved it. That book. It helped me understand the movies even better.
I was such a James Bond fan too.
Oh, same. Like my
Like-
brother last Christmas, he got the full. What he asked for was the full Blu-ray
Oh yeah.
set.
Oh
of
yeah,
all
like
the Bond
all like
movies.
what is it like
Every
fucking
single one. It goes
50
by
of them
year.
now?
It goes
Yeah.
by year. Like it's huge.
Yeah, and then okay, yeah, Connor had that same thing going, but it was all DVDs. So
Oh.
I was borrowing them all from his dad in order, trying to like do that myself. Cause like, and it was better watching as an older person too, like instead of like as a young kid. So I kind of like, I got a lot of like shit. Like I just understood it way better. Like to me, like Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Before
some,
back
like,
in the day,
sex jokes
Pierce
and shit.
Brosnan used to be the coolest because he was the most badass and cool guy. But then like when I started rewatching them as like an older kid, Sean Connery is the shit, man. Like in Doctor No, there's this one scene. There's this one scene of him getting picked up in Jamaica, like at the airport. And the guy's clearly fucking bringing him to some place where he's gonna get set up and like shot or something. And Sean Connery can just, like, James Bond can tell right away
like,
that
he
something
sells-
bad's happening. But you just see him in the back, like this convertible taxi with this huge smile. He's like, oh yeah, I'm in trouble right now. It's like, oh fuck, I gotta deal with some shit. Oh, I'm gonna kill you,
Have a
motherfucker.
couple problems.
I'm gonna
Don't
take you
want
out.
this shit.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
just so cool, man. Like fucking women coming in, and he's just laying in their bed all ready to go. Like, oh god damn.
That's one thing I actually want to do one day. I want to take a couple days off, and I want to do a full Bond marathon. Like watch all the movies, beginning to end, in like 2 days or something like that. I feel like it would just
If
be.
that's happening, I'm joining.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it has
Okay.
to be
Now,
like-
now it's an actual
now,
thing.
like, cause
Now
I'd
it's
be
a
down
thing.
for that. I'd be down.
Yeah. Well, especially because my brother's got all the movies.
Fuck, you go from Sean Connery to then, like the one Lord George Lazenby one on Her Majesty's Secret Service, which I love that movie. He was a great James Bond. The only problem is that like, all he was interested in was sex. It seemed like that whole movie. Like he's just like, all right, I'm gonna go to that hot girl's room. He's just like sneaking out of his room to get to like some like hot bitch's room and just
Yeah.
whatever. They fucking went to Roger Moore, right? Roger Moore is next, right?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
pretty sure. Yeah, it has to
Wasn't
be.
there only?
No,
I
there's
think there's
Sean
5.
Connery, Timothy Dalton. No, Sean Connery, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan,
And then Daniel Craig.
and then Daniel Craig. Yeah.
So 6.
Yeah. Okay, so
We're on the 6th Bond. Holy.
he's done. I think Daniel.
Daniel
I think
Craig?
Daniel Craig's done.
Well,
He won't
actually,
do
I
it
kind of
anymore.
liked him as a Bond.
I love him. What are you
Like-
talking about?
Oh yeah, he was.
He was the shit.
I think he was better than you just said his
Pierce
name.
Brosnan,
No.
Roger Moore,
No, the one that you said was the best. Like the badass one. What's
Sean
his name?
Connery?
Sean Connery.
really.
Yeah, I personally think he was a
The
better
thing about Daniel
Bond.
Craig is he's more like, he's more fucking, he's more modern, realistic. He's definitely more realistic.
Okay, that's yeah.
And like brutal as fuck. But the thing about Sean Connery, he was more suave, smooth as fuck.
yeah, he had
He's
the
just
flow
cool,
to
man.
him.
He
Yeah.
had- Then there's like George Lazenby. He had that charm to him. He was pretty charming. That's about that. He didn't have any badass edge to him. Sean Connery was just funny as fuck. He made the Bond movies campy. Like he can be like
Yeah.
he could be dressed as a clown defusing a bomb. Like it didn't matter. Like they were doing like that is the fucking ending scene of a James Bond movie is Roger Moore dressed as a clown, full clown outfit, defusing a bomb in the middle of a circus.
Yeah.
That was the end of like was it Octopussy, I think. Pierce Brosnan,
It's been so long
he's
since I've
cool as
seen those
fuck.
movies.
he's alright, but you know what? I want to say my favorite James Bond movie by far, License to Kill, with Timothy Dalton. That's the one where like James Bond punches M in the face, punches M right out, and then like the snipers at MI6 are like trying to fucking like hit him. He just dips out, goes rogue. Then
Yeah.
he starts busting like cocaine dealers and drug busts and shit because they all killed Felix Leiter. He just wants to get revenge for his best friend Felix, and then fuck, that movie's intense. That was like a straight action movie. Fuck, that was a good movie.
Oh yeah, the Bond is such a good series.
Bond's great.
There you go. My brother actually read the books. I read the.
I read 2.
There was a series. It wasn't by like the same one who wrote the actual
By
Bond
Ian
books.
Fleming?
No, it was a different one. It was called Young Bond.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those one. I read all of those.
There was
ones.
did you ever
'Cause
see the cartoon?
I also read that. I think it's Alex Rider. Was that the other like?
Dude, that was like a spy. I know who you're talking about. I know they made one movie too with like that blonde looking dude.
Oh really?
And it looked
it
was like
was
a
not good
kids
enough
movie.
to
It was
be
like
a-
a kids movie. It was
not
like it was
good enough.
bad.
It was not good enough to be a movie, but I enjoyed the books.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Alex
Oh.
Rider. I think that's what
So
it was.
so
And the
did you?
Young Bond was a good book.
Yeah.
too.
Speaking of Young Bond, did you ever watch the cartoon like James Bond Jr.?
No.
They
Wait,
ha-
there's a cartoon?
Dude, yeah, I saw it at the library one time. I pulled out like a first season or something. It was like James Bond Jr. I don't know if it lasted longer than that, but yeah, it was like Junior James Bond, like doing like some sci-fi shit. I remember Jaws was in it, like you know Jaws. The
Oh yeah,
character,
yeah.
like the
silver
grills and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking grills. But yeah, that guy was like, yeah, he was like super young too, also chasing like James Bond. That was interesting to see.
Yeah.
I remember getting those from the Winnipeg Public Library. Yeah, James Bond Jr. But no, Timothy Dalton was definitely the most badass. And yeah, I only read 2 of the books. I read Doctor
They're
No.
long books.
I read Doctor No, which was interesting, but you gotta understand, I was also in elementary. I was in freaking elementary reading the most mature books ever. That's kind of why I might think I have the most fucked up mind than everybody. I was reading Doctor No and Casino Royale. I read both those books in elementary.
Oh wow.
Those
yeah.
books are about like, dude, those
Yeah,
books have
those
some
are- they're
mature content.
crazy.
Especially like, before the movies, like it's all Ian Fleming, so there's so much sex and like Bond like would
Very
smoke
detailed.
like 5 packs of cigarettes a day. I remember like they're so detailed about how much he would smoke, and then but worse than that, I read like because I wasn't interested in those James Bond books, man. They were pretty boring as a young kid, man. It's all spy. There's
Oh,
no
well, yeah.
action. It's all fucking spy intelligence type shit. Stephen King.
Oh, he makes good
Oh.
books.
Oh, dude, I remember like you were in Miss Hamburg class, right? in grade 4?
Yeah.
She was
No,
kind of like
what? Oh, no,
she
I
kind of
wasn't in
got
that
mad
one.
at me because I was reading Misery
I was
in
in
the
other
4th
class,
grade.
But yeah.
Or
I
Miss
remember
Mandelberg. Sorry, that's her name.
Mandelberg? Yeah.
Miss Mandelberg. What did I call say Hamburg?
Yeah.
I'm referring to like grade
yeah, the
2
grade
Miss
2
Ham
one,
and
yeah.
then like
Miss
stuff, yeah.
Mandelberg. Oh, so
Miss
remember,
Mandelberg.
remember
yeah.
she like barely was at class 2. She always had like headaches or something.
Yeah, she would always like be out of
Substitute
class.
every day. Oh.
And then Zenith threw a plate at one of the substitutes, and then the substitute refused to ever substitute for our class again. And then
We
we
were a
had to like
bad
make a
class.
massive list of apologies from every student.
Remember we just eat sunflower seeds and like gum in class.
I
and
like have
shit?
my sharpener cases like for the sunflower seed cells.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking. Oh, but yeah, she got mad at me.
For reading that? Didn't you
For
also
reading
read,
Misery.
Cell? Was that what it's called?
Dude, as if you remember that. Yes, Cell was the other one I read in grade 4.
Yeah.
It was Misery and Cell were the 2 books where she's like, I like Stephen King, but like, aren't you a little young? Because Misery is more fucked up than the
It's-
movie.
Yeah,
The
it's
movie, she breaks
really
his
messed
feet
up.
with a sledgehammer. No, in the book, she's just chopping him off with an axe, but just enough so that they hang at the bottom of the fucking bed from one single vein, and he just sits there in extreme pain. Like that book is just her
Wow.
torturing her favorite author.
Just
And then
trying to
Cell.
get rewrites.
Cell, yeah, which is actually coming out with a movie.
Cell is?
Yeah, it's already finished. They're like in post production right now. It's Samuel L. Jackson and John
Okay.
Cusack are like the stars of it. But that's a zombie movie. I don't know. I remember the book being really good, but I can't remember any Stephen King books. The only one I really remember clearly is The Shining, and there's another book called Road Work, which is about like some dude who's like lives in his fucking normal house with like his wife, and like their son's gone off somewhere. He's like a shitty son,
Oh.
but like they start to like build a highway down his street, and like they basically like the government. You know how they buy like people's houses and shit when they want to build a highway. they bought everyone's house except his because he refuses to sell his house. And like it was actually I was really young to be reading this book, and still I can't believe I enjoyed it. Like, it was more of a drama book of like him just freaking out over like the fact that like they're building a fucking highway, and he goes out there like just he steals dynamite and shit and starts blowing up their tractors. He starts fucking up all the workers and stuff. And then like the book basically ends with like him in a full shootout. He's in his fucking house killing government workers and fucking cops coming after him just because they want to like build a goddamn highway in the city, and he just won't have any of it. He's like, fucking made my no. The son was dead. The son died when they're super young. When they're early into their marriage.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, that was a great book. Damn.
So anyway, back to my original story.
Yeah, I've heard.
First time seeing Zenon after that grade 7, like at his cabin.
Oh yeah, okay.
Comes to my house, we're chilling and stuff. Tells me, hey, listen to Echoes.
Really?
Yep, grade 10. Told me to listen to Echoes. Like this is I think early November. Like told me to listen to Echoes. First time I heard Echoes. From Zenon.
Oh, if you people could see my face right now.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked, but yet happy at the same time because I know I'm the one who got him onto that.
Oh.
Good, that fucking must have stuck with him, man.
Yeah.
He must have been like...
He's like, yeah, man, this song, it's so good. Like,
That's
I
like-
listen to it, like, every now and then.
That's a fucking over 20-minute song, too.
Oh, yeah.
For someone who's like in our day and age to actually have the focus and attention to be able to sit there and listen to a 40-minute song with a lot of it,
sounds.
a lot of it's random ass sounds and screeching. That's why I fucking love Zenon.
No, yeah, grade 10, grade 11. I remember I would bike to Brock's house just to, like, chill with him at random times. Like, every single evening, he'd be like, yo, wanna chill? I'd be at his house in 5 minutes. We'd hang out and do shit almost every single
Within
night.
5 minutes, too.
Oh, well, that's how close we are. He's down Pritchard Farm Road.
Go down road. I'm so lucky to have been in Mr. Zajak's class. As much as I hated that guy, if I was never in that class in high school, my life would be so different right now.
Oh,
I wouldn't know any of you guys.
Same.
I wouldn't have known any of
I
you
probably
people.
wouldn't have talked to you.
Oh no,
or
we would have
Zen.
never talked again.
Yeah, probably not actually.
No, literally.
I feel like I'd be on a different path. Probably would have taken a.
I don't know. Brock just came in randomly. He knew who Travis Sawicki was.
Because we've met him a couple times
Yeah.
before.
Because
Yeah.
obviously you guys know who, shit he does.
Well,
So,
no, yeah, because have you ever heard of Chad Martins?
yeah.
That guy's best friends with Travis. That's how we knew him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never met this guy personally, but I know about him. I've heard his name,
Yeah,
obviously.
he's a pretty chill guy. I like him.
Okay, so I guess Brock comes in, and I'm sitting with Travis Sawicki. I'm sitting with Megan Dow and Alex Stevenson. I'm sitting
Yeah,
with
well, that was
my
like
friends.
the group of people that kind of.
Yeah, like we were kind of like the stoners in the class, and like Brock comes in, sees Travis Sawicki, sits down with him, starts talking to him. I'm literally right next to fucking Brock, because Brock's right behind Travis. Like, we were in those like only fucking classroom in the whole school with like desks set where you sit in it, and it's like a full like desk set up in the seat, so you can't even move your seat back. It's like all attached to the desk, like some old school shit that Zajac had going. So you're sitting in there, and me and Brock just started talking, and then he kept talking about like his best friend Brent. It's like, man, me and my best friend Brent, and we were like doing this shit. And I'm like, for a joke, just for like a random joke. I'm like, oh, Brent Schaffner, eh? He's like, yeah, you know him? I'm like, whoa, hold on. I went to school, like elementary school with this guy Brent Schaffner, because we're in junior high now at this point. And I'm like,
Oh no, that was high school.
oh, it was high. It was
was
high
grade
school
11,
too. This
man.
is
I
totally
remember
high
that.
school. Yeah. What am I saying? This is way past junior high. This is like 5 years after
Oh, yeah.
elementary. I'm like, hold on. You're talking about Brent Schaffner? He's like, yeah, dude. Fucking me and him are like best friends. I'm like, hold on. I gotta meet this guy again. I gotta meet this guy after
Bit
hearing all
different
these.
from elementary school.
Yeah, he's a very different from elementary school, and fucking going to meet you, and then fucking shit just goes on from there. Shit changes.
Yeah.
I start to like hang up. Brock starts inviting me around to his garage. It's like, all right, come hang out, man. Like, fucking, I meet Matt Poitras, Nagy. I meet everybody.
Our
I
whole
basically
group.
met everybody at Brock's. Literally,
Yeah.
It's all at Brock's.
It's pretty
Brock's,
much been the same group since like grade 10.
Yeah, yeah. Even people who I've met out of Brock's, they're all people who are come from Brock's. Like McMecken, I met him out of Brock's. Can't remember exactly where I met McMecken, but I remember like fucking bonding with him not pretty hard one night. Fuck, where it was after Folk Fest for sure.
Okay, yeah, because you was at Folk Fest for a while too.
Yeah, cause like I didn't really talk. I talked to Cole a lot at Folk Fest, who's with fucking McMecken most of the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always pictured McMecken as like someone like way beyond me. Like I was always like he's too cool to be my fucking friend and shit.
I really like McMecken. He's a really smart guy.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
he's
so
he
smart,
will
man.
teach himself stuff.
Yeah,
He was an IB kid.
yeah.
that's the
Like, he's
thing.
really smart.
Like, yeah.
My only issue with McMecken is some of his views on music.
Well, it's some of
Which
it-
you know that, Brandon. If you're listening, you know McMecken. I fucking know. You fucking know I hate your Virgin Radio shit.
Oh yeah. When he just
Like
in
the
his
way
car.
he talks about it, like he's smart. He's smart about it. He knows. He's like, look, this shit is so. I remember him telling me, he's like, this shit is so easy to make. It's so catchy. You can fucking make money off. Like it's just that simple to make this kind of music. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm just kind of sitting there thinking about. I'm like, you're right, McMecken, but it still pisses me off that you're enjoying it.
Yeah, but see, that's his like mindset. He's got like a money making
Yeah, he's kind of like.
mindset.
he's like that, yeah.
He can do that.
This is why I don't look at him negatively.
No,
I don't look at anyone negatively. If I have negative thoughts about you, I'm still likely not fucking thinking about you negatively. Like look at Nagy. I fucking sometimes
Yeah,
call
bad
him
vibe
Bad
Brandon.
Vibe Brandon, man.
Yeah.
But even then,
He's still a nice guy to be around. He's
Dude,
fun.
the day
He's
after
funny.
Folk Fest, when it was like just me and him in the morning drinking, like just talking like outside and shit, for some reason felt like I got a lot closer to Nagy than I ever have in my life. That was the day I bonded with Nagy.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, I kind of just bond with you hard, Nagy. Like Nagy talked to me about some deep shit, man. Like about his brother and like shit that goes down. Like he told me some shit where I did not know about Nagy. It really, really, really,
He was like stuff
really.
about his dad too.
Oh, dude, it made me really think about Nagy's
Yeah,
life. And, like,
he's not.
Nagy told me a lot of shit about his past that like morning, where I really thought about a lot of the stuff I thought about Nagy, because I used to call him Bad Vibe Brandon, of course.
Yeah.
Then I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, dude, Nagy, you've been through some shit.
Yeah, Nagy.
I'm like, Nagy, man, I love you, bro. Like you've like
Such a nice guy.
he's
If
such
you're
a, he
friends
likes to
with him, like,
fuck
oh,
with people, but at the same time, like it's bad because you're involved in it. But at the same time, it's like, dude, this is the funniest shit that's
Yeah,
happened
he does
ever.
it just to amuse himself. Like, he wants to make himself laugh.
Yeah, Nagy's
That's
like
the only
he's like
reason he does
the
stuff.
only reason I have super
And-
respect for him is because
oh.
I know when he's not with other people, he's still doing the same shit by himself just to make himself laugh.
Yeah.
He's going to Tim's and being like, "Oh, yeah, I'll pay 10 cents on debit, then I'll pay this fucking rest in quarters and dimes and shit."
Like,
Just to make himself laugh. That's what I love
Yeah.
about Nagy.
yeah.
So much. I can't wait to have him on my show. I can't wait to have fucking Nagy on the Purple City podcast to like, oh fuck,
to like express some of his
some
life,
of his
like,
stories. I can't even give a single
Oh.
spoiler about him
Yeah,
because
no.
he's someone you guys
I
need to
want to
experience
tell
personally.
a couple stories, but no, you have to hear it from the Negster himself.
You have to hear it. You
Oh.
have to fucking hear it.
But yesterday after I made my Snapchat and stuff of Fallout,
Yeah.
instantly Nagy, yo, add me. I'm gonna start playing a couple
Dude,
so
add
online
me
with him,
on
like the
fucking-
co-op on Fallout.
Add me. There's co-op in Fallout?
I thought there was.
I don't think so.
There isn't.
If there is, that's a game changer.
I thought there was a co-op mode in Fallout.
Dude, I could see that being possible. I have zero memory of that. We have Wi-Fi. We have Wi-Fi in this fucking school.
Yeah.
But hold on, listen. As we're talking right now, tell me your PSN.
Oh, Bizzle Toss.
Bizzle Toss.
Bizzle Toss.
Bizzle Toss. Can you hear that, audience? If you need a PSN guy.
Oh yeah, I'm always free. I'm not on as much as I like to, cause
Well, gaming.
I work and
We have lives.
stuff. Yeah, pretty much. I don't need to sit around my house constantly. I got stuff to do, but I still love to play. It's an amusing thing. It's a good way to pass the time if you got hours to kill. Like,
if you need hours to kill, for sure.
Oh
gaming
yeah,
is
I
your
hate
fucking
playing
thing.
though. If you only have like a short period of time, like an hour or 30 minutes, it's just not that fun to play, and that's usually all the time I have.
Yeah.
It's like the couple 30 minutes to an hour and a half, like between doing stuff, and you don't have time to really get into the game. Like, you just play it for a little bit, next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, I'm not even done the one thing I wanted to do, and I gotta go.
And you already gotta go on
Exactly,
your way
you got
in
better
life.
stuff, you're like, it's difficult. I kind of wish I had more time to put into games.
I used to have a lot of time, but now we got jobs. We got school. We actually gotta grow up. We gotta become fucking human beings.
I know it sucks.
Get
you
out of
actually
the
gotta do
shit.
stuff.
I can't just spend like another 17 hours on video games.
Yeah,
all
working
day.
40 hours a week completely changed that for me.
Yeah, for sure,
Like-
dude. Fuck.
Yeah, like, it's more different than dealing with like school and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause, yeah, at school you get to chill with all these people. You still get to experience a bunch of stuff. But at work, you're working. And then you want to see your buddies after. You want to do stuff. You want to meet up with people. Yeah, and stuff like that. It's a bit difficult.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, fuck.
My-
So if any of you guys want to add Brett on PSN, it's Bizzle Toss. BIZZLETOSSS.
Yeah, pretty sure that's what it is.
If you want to add me, I don't know if I've even introduced myself. My name's Jonas Strassel.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of started this podcast here. So it's PCP, the Purple City Podcast. If you want to add me on PSN, it's you know what? I'm not gonna tell you. It's fuck you all. You're not adding me on PSN. But if you want to add me on Instagram, it's Feed Your Heads. If any of you are really fucking musically intelligent right there, you'll know what Feed Your Heads comes from. It comes from that Jefferson Airplane song, White Rabbit, sung by Grace Slick. At the end, yeah, she keeps telling you to feed your heads. It's feed_your_heads. Find me. You're going to find it really boring unless you find interest in a lot of old vinyl records being posted, because that's sort of my thing in my community that I have following me on Instagram that I find is a lot of people into that shit. So, yeah, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, I guess, if you want. I might start putting up a Purple City Podcast Facebook group to add up an Instagram group, possibly.
You don't got a Twitter?
No, Twitter's beyond my reach right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't understand Twitter.
Yeah,
It's a
Twitter
little
is
bit,
one of those things you can't.
it's too complex. I know a lot of celebrities and shit need Twitter, but fuck Twitter right now. You know what?
It's
You
a
can
pretty silly thing. It's
Yeah.
mostly just to, like, put yourself out there and promote yourself.
too much hashtags. Fuck that shit. It's gay.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Oh,
Twitter. You
fuck
can
yeah.
suck my dick. I don't
You have
give
a
shit.
limit of tweets. It has to be, like, a sentence.
Yeah,
It has to be like
if you
a
want to find me,
collab
you gotta
awards
find me
or
on a really old on my old Facebook account, which I haven't probably updated since May 2014. I think I added like a new background poster, or I added a new profile
Oh.
picture so I look better on my Tinder account. You know,
Yeah,
I
I'm just trying to get it.
I can't get laid as a 14-year-old anymore. I gotta look like a 19-year-old as I am.
We gotta go for the older woman now. You
Yeah.
can't really
Older
don't
wo-
have access.
Older women I find are a little more attracted to me than younger women. I've never fucked a girl younger than me except one time way back in the day, but it's because I like a little bit too much shit that's way too beyond me.
Nah, you're just mature. That's That's the best way to put it. You're a mature person, so you need a mature woman.
My interests are mature, but I act like a fucking 16-year-old constantly. I'm never gonna grow up, and I never want to grow up.
Hey, you know what? That's the way to keep it. You gotta keep
Yeah.
having fun, experiencing just new things.
That's the last thing I need to fucking do is grow up and become a real person.
I know. I do
Forget
not
that.
want that for another. Oh, how old am I? 18. I don't want that for at least 10 years.
At least.
At least.
At least till I have a child. Which, you know, I'll probably. Really, like, at one point, I only want to have 1 or 2 kids.
I don't want kids.
But now, like, since I'm the last Strassel left, I'm literally the last possible person to keep the Strassel
You don't think
family
your
name
sister?
going.
Oh yeah, because it won.
She can't because she's a woman.
Yeah.
And my
Unless she keeps
sister's
it.
the kind of girl who will take another guy's name.
Yeah. See, that's the kind of
That's
woman.
a right woman.
Yeah, that's the woman I'd want. I want a woman that would take my name.
Okay, like, look, I'm alright if a woman's gonna fucking keep her name, but the kids have to take my name.
Oh yeah, like it's got to keep.
If
your
you
name.
are that keen about keeping your name, sure, fine. You know, it's your life. Keep it.
Yeah.
But I want the fucking kids to have my name. Because that's the way the world's gonna work. That's the way it works as now. I'm the last Strassel left. My dad comes from a family of 5 children.
Only male.
No,
Oh well,
there's
yeah. you
2
got your
males,
uncle.
2 women. 3 males, 2 women. Because, like, including my dad.
Yeah.
So there goes my Uncle Peter, who's the oldest. He's only got 1 daughter.
Oh.
And then goes my Auntie Janice, who's a woman.
Yeah.
She's got 2 sons. Both are Allardyces. Because they're, you know, they're from, like, my uncle, who lives on basically they're the millionaires. You're, like, are the account. She's the accountant on the show Bates Motel.
Yeah.
And he's like, some famous chef out in BC and shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're fucking millionaires, dude. They're just living in
Chef.
Horseshoe Bay, where, like, the entire show Bates Motel is filmed
Oh
on
yeah.
3
Horseshoe
streets.
Bay.
But it's literally just like one bay of people, but they like make it look like it's some whole city.
Yeah, they make it look huge in the show.
Yeah, but it's literally 3 streets. Like every single fucking shot, I'm like, I've been there, I've been there, I've been there, I've been there. Yeah, and then there's like after that, it's like what? My uncle Kurt, who never had any children. He was single his whole life. You know, he had some issues. You know, he died kind of early. You know, I loved him. He's the whole reason I got into Pink Floyd. He's basically the whole reason I got into music as I am now. It's because of his death. His death just brought me onto so much shit.
Oh, I know exactly.
Like going through all of his records and like, I don't even know what to talk about. But then after that, there's my Auntie Elaine, who is Christina.
Oh,
Christina's mom.
Okay.
From like down in Regent.
Yeah, on the
Sherwin-Williams.
Regent Sherwin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Christina's
At the other
mom.
store.
All she has is 1 daughter, Christina. And there's my dad with me and Tiana. And I'm the only male left who's in the actual Strassel family blood who could carry the name. So apparently my dad or like my grandpa told my dad as I was born, like, I'm so thankful for you. Like my dad told me this once. I don't know if I remember exactly, but like my grandpa was super thankful and he was like you need to make sure this fucking kid keeps the name on and shit. And then once he told me that, like I'm a guy who doesn't care about kids.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
But you just gotta do it for the family.
But now it's just like I need to keep that family. I'm gonna be the one who obviously takes the crest. We still have my dad is the OG crest made by like the Germans way back in the day.
Really?
Dude, he has the full fucking Strassel crest.
My Opa has the crest. I'm
getting it. I'm getting it when I'm
I
done.
forget where it is.
My sister really wanted. She cried about it. She's like, I want that. My dad's like, look.
No, you have to have the name.
Yeah, like this is Jonas.
Yeah. And like
I was
what's
born
it?
before you, bitch. This is Jonas. This is fucking Jonas crest.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Like fucking grandpa fucking. He needed this.
Yeah, so like I got a bit of Scottish in me. Like my Oma was half
I got some
Scottish.
Scottish in me.
So you know how they have like different patterns for the kilts and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're part of the Sutherland clan.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, I want to get a kilt with the Sutherland pattern on it. Like I want to have our family pattern on a kilt, and to get like
Really?
yeah, and
That's shit.
yeah, you know how much kilts are to get like made like
No, how much are they?
authentically? They're almost $1,000 for like a
Really?
They're really
For a
expensive.
fucking
Man.
kilt.
They're
No
like search them
way.
up to get them like customly made and stuff like that. They're expensive.
No.
Like That's been a dream of my family for so long.
You're
Is to
gonna
get
learn
one, but they're
bagpipes
just like,
too?
no, I'm not that Scottish, but I'd actually love. I love the bagpipes.
Dude, they're a great instrument.
Oh yeah.
They're fucking turned down way too much. Bon Scott was the shit for bringing that into It's a Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
Fucking AC/DC. Dude, bagpipes were the fucking shit in
Yeah.
that.
But what's it? My grandfather, like my Opa, the one from Germany who carries the Schaffner name. I don't know why. I think it's something with being a Schaffner. He only has brothers.
Yeah?
He gave birth to 2 boys. There's one female Schaffner.
There's only one female Schaffner?
Oh no, wait, there's 2. 2. One of them, that's
What's
a cousin of mine.
What are their first names? I want to know.
I forget. One of them's Karina. Like, she lives in Germany, but she went to school in Winnipeg for a couple months at the U of W. And the other one, I don't even know her really. Because she
Yeah.
lives in Winnipeg. It's not that big. And she's like a second or third cousin. But she still possesses the Schaffner name.
Oh,
But
yeah?
That's like, yeah. But that's why it's kind of like that. So they have a kid. They have a son with that. But they have a different spelling. My grandfather was the only one who kept the spelling of our name. Other people, they changed it to like an A, so you get the Schaffner and stuff like that.
Really? They
Like,
changed the name?
yeah, like they changed their last name because people would keep pronouncing it wrong. You know what my grandfather's dad said? Fuck it. If they can't pronounce it, that's their goddamn fault. I'm not changing it to help other people. Fuck that. My name is my name. Like, we're supposed to have those dots over the O too for like the pronunciation of it.
Yeah?
No, we don't keep that because, well, we're not in Germany anymore. It's a different, like that letter does not exist in the English alphabet.
Which letter? Sorry.
The O with like the dots over top because that's a letter.
Yeah. Whatever,
the
however the fuck
Schaffner.
you pronounce it.
Yeah, the German way of like doing it. So we just kept it. So we're the only one with that spelling that can carry it on is me and my brother.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
in
two
Canada-
are like
in
in the same
Canada.
situation as me.
Pretty much, but I got a brother who hopefully will carry it on so I don't have to.
Because you don't want those kids, do you?
I do not like kids for some reason.
See, I love
Anything
children.
I can't deal with their bullshit. I have a very short temper and that runs in my family too. Like my dad actually had to take anger management courses.
Really?
Yeah, he took anger management
Your
courses.
dad of all people, I could not see doing that.
Well, we have very short tempers. Like we can fly off the hand. We escalate a lot.
See, I'm the kind of guy who loves kids. I love to have children.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I've got to the point where, like,
I would like to experience
fuck, if I could take 5
kids.
children, I would take 5 children if I could.
If I was to have kids, I would want to adopt. Because I would want them to... I don't want anybody that can't speak English or use the toilet by himself. Like, I'd have to have... Youngest kid I'd want to have is a 3-year-old.
Really?
Yeah, because those first 2 years, they just seem like hell.
Really?
Yeah, you have to take care of them. I can't take care of myself. I-
Shit,
How am I supposed to take care of a kid? That's a whole nother responsibility. I don't want to have that weight on my shoulders. Like, it just seems like too much.
See,
But as a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, you still have the weight, but they're starting to become their own person,
yeah.
and they already have thoughts, ideas,
See,
and you just you mold them at that point. You're not taking care of them. You're more like raising them and molding them into the person you want them.
You are, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
being a parent is.
Yeah, I know, but
Not
I
like
just
the
don't want to
more I
go
look
through the
at it.
first 2 years. Like, the first 2 years, they just seem so terrible.
Yeah.
Like, you have to deal with them
They seem
screaming,
rough as
yelling,
fuck.
like,
But
just
you know what? You
taking
gotta do
care
it. You
of
gotta
them.
do it, man.
Yeah, you have to.
The more I look at it, like,
maybe one day. I'd have
I
to
for
have
sure
more.
want children. I need little Strassels running around there. Like, well,
See,
even if I don't have to be the parent, you know what? I'm gonna be the asshole that says right now, I'm down with the fucking Mexican Jonah. I'm down with the fucking Russian Jonah. Down with a Bolivian Jonah. Hell, I'm down with a fucking Romanian Jonah. I'll take them all. Even if I don't have to be the parent, I'm gonna be the douchebag who says, you know what?
Fuck you. I'm gonna be your
I
model.
don't give a fuck if you're unknown to
I'm
my
gonna be
father.
your mentor.
You find me in 45 years, you'll be like at my doorstep or on my phone or on my email, like, listen, I'm your son. I'll be like, shit, I didn't know I had kids. I'll fucking take you over right now. But I'm the kind of guy, just based off the fact of what my dad has had, is like a family of 5, even though they all didn't get along or anything. Like you know, there's a lot of family fucking shit going down.
Oh yeah.
I want that. I don't give a fuck. I want as many Strassels as possible because I'm the last one left. I want to keep the family going. I want to spread the Strassel seed. I know I sound like a dick,
No, I completely understand
but
that.
it's just like
Like you need to have the straw.
I'm not even a hookup guy.
You need the name continuing. You need to
Yeah.
have it go.
I'm not even no. It's not even about the name. It's not even about the name. Like I'm not a guy who's like too down for hookups. I've done like a couple hookups in my life, you know.
Yeah.
But like,
you just gotta have that. You have to spread it. It's kind of, that's the whole point.
but she
That's the
needs to
whole
not
point
know
of
who I
living.
am. She needs to not to know who I am. I need to be able to disappear, because I fucking can't go through my life knowing I have a child, because I'm gonna be the kind of guy who wants to father it. I'm gonna marry you. Doesn't matter who you are. I'm gonna fucking marry you. I'm gonna father my own child.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not do that, unless I fucking love you and I plan this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I would only be okay with the kid if it's like a planned kid, and we would already have to have a pretty sustainable household. Like I don't really want to say wealthy, but we'd have to have a bit of money within my household for me to want to have kids, because I would want to give everything I possibly can
same.
to that kid.
Like I want that kid to live the fucking best life
exactly.
ever.
I want to give that kid everything I didn't have, while still keeping them like in line. I want to teach him respect. I want to teach him all the stuff I know, and then but just treat him like gold. I want to give him the stuff I wasn't able to give him. So part of that, in my mind, I already have decided the only way I would like choose to have a kid is if I have more than one form of income.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I would have to have some kind of investment or something that's already giving me money other than my job. Because what if something happens to my job
then
or
you're
something,
fucking stuck there
or
with,
something like that? Yeah, that's what happened to my dad. Like,
did you get laid off? What's that point?
The mother company, like
Yeah.
my dad, like my opa,
Mm-hmm.
he became the president of a company in Winnipeg. Then that company sold to a mother company called Royal.
Okay.
And you've probably seen their logo around. It's like a crown, half solid, like stripes on the other one.
I just picture the Crown Royal logo. Sorry.
It's a bit different, but
Sorry.
yeah. It was called Royal.
Yeah.
And the daughter company, which is the one that my dad and my opa and my uncle all worked at, because my opa pretty much became the head of for the Winnipeg one, like the one here, was called Dynast Plastic.
Yeah.
So when it started up, the part of the deal was when they sold the company, my opa stayed the controller, because it was like I think the president of the Winnipeg branch.
Mm-hmm.
So he got that, and with that he gained 49% of the shares of the company in Winnipeg, just so the mother company maintained control. And then my uncle went into the company. He split the shares with my uncle, and then my dad chose to go into the company too. They both split the shares with my dad. My dad obviously had the lowest. My opa had the highest amount.
Holy shit.
So yeah, my family actually had a decent amount of money. And then the mother company sold to a American company,
Mhm.
like, because it was a Canadian one. They had such a hard hit because it was a multi-billion-dollar sale
Yeah.
of the mother company. So they had such a hard hit, and the Winnipeg plant, even though it was bringing in so much money,
Mhm.
it was making one of the least amount of monies, like that building. So they had to close it down because they didn't have the funds at the time to keep it there. So
Mhm.
they had to. They're still paying out my family for the shares they had.
Really?
Oh,
They're still paying them out. Holy
my
fuck.
dad had a couple $1 million in shares from that company.
Like,
This
he
company,
has to.
okay, the mother company sold for a couple $1 billion. So
That's
kind
why
of
your
just
dad's just living life like a mofo.
well,
Man.
not really. We still have a lot of restrictions.
Dude, look at your fucking life compared to mine.
That's just because my family had the
Even
money
though
at
my
the
dad owns a
time.
company, he's not making fucking money like your family is. You remember?
No, my family does not make money anymore. My dad works as a safety manager for a company.
If they're not
under
making
50
money
grand a year.
now,
Under
they
50
still.
grand a year, and my mom makes the same wage as your mom, pretty much. Maybe a bit more because she's like the head of her department.
What does your mom do?
She's a clinical resource nurse.
Okay, my mom's like a healthcare aide.
But she's got her nursing and stuff like that, right?
I don't think so, dude.
No? Oh, okay, then
I don't think my mom's got that shit.
My mom makes
My
way
mom's
more
my
money than
mom
dad.
might even make a little less money than I do.
Wow.
But like, that cannot be
No,
right,
that's
dude.
not
That
true.
cannot be right.
Not,
Dude, the shit my mom does is
Hospitals-
fucked up.
hospitals make so much
My
money.
mom sees people die and she just cleans up their fucking blood and body parts
one of my-
after and like
one of my
fucking hangs out on the
buddies got a
psych
job
ward
at
and
the-
shit.
At the health science center, starting wage was $16.
Yeah.
And he worked in the cafeteria.
Yeah, but my mom bitches at me though. My whole family bitches at me. They're like, you make more money than we do. I'm like, that cannot be
No,
fucking true.
that's
If I'm making
bullshit.
more money than you do,
That's
but they
bullshit.
bitch at me all the
then
time.
They don't know how much you're making.
No, they look at my paychecks and shit. When they
Oh,
like every
really?
once in a while, they'll sneak into my room and find. I'm pretty sure like they'll look at my pay stubs or like I had to fucking
How
give
much
over.
do you even get paid?
I had to give over a pay stub at like tax time, and they looked at that and they're like, "Fuck, that was it was a big pay stub." But like, I don't really want to say over the air how much
Yeah.
I make, but like,
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
you know, I
But
make
yeah.
enough to like fucking.
Yeah,
Where it's like I should be able to survive. I
Sherwin
should be
does
able
give
to
good money.
survive on my own. My life habits, they
They
kind of
restrict
keep.
the amount of money you don't.
Yeah, they restrict me
Yeah.
from being able to like actually survive like a normal human being because. You
Yeah,
know,
to like sustain yourself, your habits they don't.
yeah, I have a
really
life
add
habit
up.
that kind of like it requires a lot of money to be
Exactly.
spent, and like I'm kind of fucking myself over in the same way, but
Yeah.
I don't give a shit at the same time because I'm enjoying myself. I'd rather have a happy life than a life that I don't
Exactly.
enjoy.
Exactly.
I just want to die happy. That's basically my main goal in life is to die happy.
Exactly.
I don't want to die like upset.
You don't want to
by,
have regrets. You don't
yeah,
want to be like,
regrets about
I
decisions
wish I
in your
did
life.
this. This stuff happened. And yeah, you want to die. You want to be like, I did things right.
Yeah,
I did the way I didn't the way I wanted it
Yeah.
to be.
I'm taking these film courses. If I make it into film, I'll be happy. If I don't, you know what? Fuck it. I tried.
Yeah.
If not, you know what? Whatever. Fuck it. Maybe this podcast, I'll keep going after this. We'll see what happens.
Exactly. Get some donors. Make an independent film.
You know, whatever happens, man. If I make an independent film, you people who are listening, you'll all be a part of it. If you send me something, just like asking, like, can I be on your podcast? Can I be a part of your film? Can I be anything?
Yeah. Can I be a part of like
Whatever it
the
is.
experience?
Whatever it is, I will fucking include you. I will make you a part of whatever my life is. I will use you to help me succeed. If I succeed using you, I'll help you succeed from using me.
Well, that's
I will-
the whole point. You
I
have
will
to help
fucking-
each other to succeed.
Yeah,
Nobody succeeded by themselves.
all of my friends now. If I haven't met any of you guys, I would not be where I am today. I'd still be a fucking loser sitting at home playing video games, not wanting to leave my house, and I'll just be a fat ass. Like I'll probably be 300 pounds. I would not be like who I am today. I feel like I'm such a better person because of like the people I've met through the years, the things that I've done, things I've learned.
Just
Everything
all those
is
experiences.
everything.
They add
Every
up.
experience,
They add up.
every person I've met, especially you. You're another fucking main person in my life. You fucking like taught me a lot of shit that I learned.
Really?
For sure,
Oh,
man.
that's sick, man. I'm glad that I could help you in that way.
For sure. Everyone I've met has influenced me in like a spectacular way. Spectacular way. I wouldn't even have this podcast going right now. At first I thought like it was just something I was interested in. I was like, no one else is gonna want to be this. And then there was that one day at Nagy's where I'm super drunk. I'm like, well, okay, if I do have a podcast going, who the hell would go on it? Not one person did not raise their hand.
Oh, everybody
Everyone's
wants to be a part of it. Like, it's such a fun experience.
Yeah, everyone's like, I'll go on there. I'm like, fuck. That's good to know.
Dude, it's just good to see people actually doing stuff. Like, we don't, as like a friend group, we don't generally do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like really fun to like help each other do stuff that they actually want.
Yeah, and
It
if
gives us a purpose
if
to like
this-
do
if
things.
that actually starts releasing, everyone's gonna start telling their friends.
Yeah.
So people will be like, okay, listen, I was on this podcast with this guy Jonah. You might know him from high school. You might have thought of him as a loser. You might fucking think he's some quiet kid that's in the corner.
Yeah.
No, now look at this. He's got some podcasts. He asked me questions.
Yeah, he's doing
I
shit,
fucking
man.
tell some crazy stories. Shit goes down. Folkfest prep.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone prepares for
An
Folkfest.
After Folk Fest podcast.
Yeah, and after this podcast, listen, if this thing keeps going, you fucking listen, we bring out the real talk.
Ooh, yeah.
The shit that you don't hear about on here, should we keep it real? It's gonna get more real. It's gonna get groovy as fuck, man. This is gonna become a podcast where you hear secrets about shit. You hear secrets to shit, but everything is a legend.
Yeah.
It's all like that. Okay, well anyways, this was my first podcast. I'm just gonna close off with my little guest here, Brent Schaffner. We did our Folkfest preparation.
Oh, yeah.
We might have left a lot of things out. There might have to be a part 2.
Most
don't-
likely.
Most likely will be a lot of things we'll be forgetting about on the drive home. Thinking like, oh fuck, we forgot to talk about this. We forgot to talk about this.
Yeah. Well, there's side conversations that pop up. We went with stories, man. It was worth it.
Oh yeah, a lot of this was going off track. You get to hear a lot about the personality. Likely, if this podcast keeps going, if you people still keep listening to it, Brent, he'll be a regular guest. I'm telling you this now.
Oh, I hope I am.
If he's not the regular guest, he'll be the fucking guest host. You'll get to know him. You'll get to know him. You'll get to know Nagy, Brock. You'll get to know the usuals. Even if I have to go deep, if I need to bring back some old people, if I need to bring back, this is an old school reference, but if I need to bring back Vlad, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
I'd like to see that Ukrainian guy come on.
It's all happening on here. It's all happening on the PCP, the Purple City Podcast. So you know what? If you wanna fucking find out if anything keeps happening after this, if you wanna continue on, if it continues on at all, even, just follow me. Follow me on Instagram at feed_yourheads_ your fucking heads. Just fucking find me, Jonas Straussel. Pretty sure I'll fucking find some shit. Find some Facebook, find some stuff. Look up Brent Schaffner. What are you at? What's your Instagram,
My
Brent?
Instagram, 1shent2.
The one Shent 2. That's SCHENT number 2. You wanna find Brent on Facebook. Good luck.
Good luck.
Might not happen. Doesn't matter. It keeps the mysterious going. Keeps the mystique going.
Yeah, I don't know as much, so the stories, they bring out more.
Keeps the secret. If you want to really know a lot about him, you gotta find his girlfriend. I'm not repeating the name. Dig back.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Re-listen.
Rewinds. You
Yeah,
know. Go for that second viewing. Either way, you know what? Keep it groovy. Keep it happening. Keep it real. Fucking take it easy, boys.
Oh, yeah, and if she's easy, you take her twice.
You guys all heard it from the master right there. You guys have a good one. And remember, keep it groovy.